Nick, what are you going to get your dad for Father's Day?
I don't know. You got any ideas?
Well, Manscaped has a full line of men's hygiene products. Have you seen it?
I have not seen it. You have to show me.
So this is manscaped.com. And if you use code RBP, you get 20% off and free shipping on all of these products. So the Lawnmower 4.0 is their main trimmer. And you can get like full packages, like the Lawnmower 4.0 package for your dad. It's got the nose trimmer, the ball preserver, the boxers, this little travel case. It's got everything.
Oh, he definitely needs this.
Right? And then you also got some cologne over here. And you got stuff like the ultra smooth package with the razor if he wants to go even closer shave. I don't know. You know what I mean? Does your dad need this kind of stuff?
He does. I'm going to get him the performance package.
Do you think your mom would enjoy that? Would be glad that you bought it for him?
Absolutely.
Okay. I can't do this. Look at that fucking face.
Guess what?
I'm so happy the beard is gone. You have no idea.
Do I look younger?
I think he looks better.
He looks a million times better.
Yeah, you think so?
Yeah.
What do you think?
I've been trying to tell him this for fucking months, and he's like, "No, I like my Santa Claus beard."
Actually, I gotta admit, I do like it. I think I've looked a little bit younger.
You got a pretty face, Paul.
Thank you for that. A baby face, kind of. I got a nice fade on my hair.
Yeah, well, on the little bit of hair you got, it looks good. I mean, you're doing something with it.
Yeah.
As Guy would say, it's bald to less bald.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I just kind of blended into my bald spots.
So anybody who didn't watch the last podcast, I don't know if Roman, if you watched it, but Paul made me a bet. Did you watch it or no?
Not yet. I'm
Okay,
still at the one with should bodybuilders compete more?
Oh yeah. Okay. So Paul made me a bet that he could run at 4.8 miles per hour on the treadmill for 10 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
And I said there was no fucking way in hell. And my brother was doing it at the time. My brother makes it look really easy because it's like really slow, choppy steps. Like it doesn't look hard. But Paul weighs 230 pounds and he's never ran before. So I'm like, there's no fucking way you're going to do it. So he says to me, if I can do it, I don't have to pierce my nipple. I said, okay, cool. We'll make that bet. And I even called Guy to make sure like it was cool. So I called Guy. Guy's like, yeah, it's a good bet. So then I said, if you don't do it in 10 minutes, you got to keep the piercing. You got to get the piercing and you got to shave your beard. Because he didn't want to shave his beard. So he said, okay. So he starts running. Roman, it was fucking great, man. he starts running with a hat on. He's running. After like 45 seconds, the hat comes off. And he starts kind of breathing heavy. I'm like, he's fucking finished.
It was like a full-on sprint, it felt like.
2 minutes in, he's huffing and puffing. He's like, 2.5 minutes, hits the stop button. I can't do it.
Yeah, your brother made it look a lot easier than it was.
I'm telling you, man, people laugh, right? Because people are like, oh, 4 miles per hour, 4.5 miles per hour. 5. It's so fucking easy. And maybe it is when you're like 190 pounds, but it's not when you're 230, 250, it's like it's hard. Like when you're heavy.
Regardless, if I would have had, even if my cardio would have been in good enough shape to make it, my calves and my shins wouldn't have made it. They were getting so tight on me. Maybe it's my running technique. I don't know. Maybe
your running technique is fucking phenomenal. Like
it needs some work. I try to remember some of the things that I heard you and your brother talking about, the like lean forward. Paul,
listen, Ben. Paul runs like he's got grapefruits for nuts. His legs are like this far apart.
I don't look like this.
It's hilarious. The treadmill belt is like a certain width. Paul's literally on the end of the belt.
Have you Have you seen that? It's like that old video of is it Nicholas? I'm probably butchering his name. No, Nicholas Floyd, the Swiss guy.
Oh yeah.
He's doing the Stairmaster, but he's having to like his adductors are so big. He's like,
got to loop his legs around. Yeah,
around. Paul thinks he's like
yeah.
Like,
That's what I said. It's like
in my
you got
defense,
huge nuts or something.
In my defense, I did do legs the day before.
Oh come on,
that's it.
That's got to be the reason, right?
Yeah, well, partially at least.
Let's try.
Yeah, if you had it, you'd have made it to 3 minutes if you hadn't.
I think I made it to 1/4 mile. I probably could have made it to 1/2 mile.
You didn't make it to 1/4 mile.
Yeah.
No, 2.5 minutes at 4.5.
At 5 miles per hour.
Oh, you were running 4.8. Yeah, maybe you did 1/4 mile. Yeah.
Yeah, I did a 1/4 mile. That sounds better for when you say I quit.
It sounds better. sounds better than 2.5 minutes.
I ran a 1/4 mile at 5 miles an hour.
That's really not impressive. That's
pretty
one lap.
athletic.
1/4 mile is one lap around a track.
Like a 400-meter track?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what. Yeah. Well, I couldn't do 400 meters.
You
right
ran
now.
one lap around a track and you're gassed.
I want to know when was the last time Roman ran?
Oh fuck.
His face.
He can't even remember. He can't even remember.
No.
How come no one thought of recording this?
I was
Really?
gonna record. He wouldn't let me. He's like, don't record me. I'm like, all right, I won't record you.
Oh,
He
when
didn't
I
want
did
to,
So he knew in advance that he wouldn't make it.
I think he knew he was gonna look retarded, so he didn't want me to record it.
Done with me.
Yeah, you didn't want me to record it.
I just didn't want you putting the camera in my face.
Oh, you didn't want it like in front of you.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you didn't want me
that
to
would have been
record
pretty.
Oh, I thought you didn't want me to record it at all.
Oh, I didn't care if you got it from a distance or something.
All right, well, next time you try, we'll record it.
Okay. Let me train for a little bit. I'll try it again.
Man, I've been running for like a month now, and
I know.
I can't do 4.8. Like I could probably do it for 10 minutes, but not much longer. Like I don't know. It gets hard, man.
Yeah. It didn't look like your brother was going that fast when I was watching him.
I told you because he takes these little choppy steps. That's like one of the techniques.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't fucking know. Anyways, Roman, what's going on, man? I haven't seen you forever.
Trying to remember the last time I ran.
He's still trying to remember. High school, maybe? Boarding school?
No. Maybe in 2017 to the Arnold.
He's like remembers the exact. He remembers
When
the
I had to
exact.
catch, when I had to
One
catch
time.
the plane, when I had to catch a plane, that was one time where I really had to run.
How far did you run? Like through the whole airport?
Oh, through the whole airport, man. Because we landed in Atlanta, and then there are those little connecting flights, you know, with the one row airplanes.
Yeah.
And it wasn't like. Funny thing is here, all the strongmen were on my flight also.
Oh fuck.
And we were all running, you know, the fat guys were running. And I got to the plane first.
You're the
And then they waited, and all the strongmen came in like,
oh no. Holy fuck.
And then they were sitting in those little aisles. Then you know, after you exhaust yourself, the sweat starts pouring.
Start sweating
like a minute after.
Yeah.
And they're all sitting in their little chairs like,
oh my God. That sounds so fucking uncomfortable. I would have just missed my flight. I've been like, fuck it.
And a long flight too, overseas probably.
yeah, that was the long flight. And then there's this 1 hour flight to
The short one, yeah.
And we were on that one. And the plane was packed. Strongman, regular people in between the strongman. Everyone is dying like from exhaustion. That was awesome.
Go ahead, Ben. What were you gonna say?
Luke and I nearly missed our plane in, I think we're in New York or Newark, but we've got a connection. It was after the Indy Pro in, I think, 2019, maybe. And we had a layover. So we went from Indy to Newark. We had like 2 hours. So Luke and I start drinking. Bar. We get these like lobster rolls, right?
Yeah.
And we were drinking beer. So we drink a couple of them, like eat that. I'm like, shit, we got time. Let's hit another one. So we order another lobster roll, another 2 beers. Well, as they serve us up, we haven't even paid the check. We hear announcement, we're still waiting on 2 passengers, Mr. Sandro and Mr. Chow, right? And we're like, oh fuck. So we like, hey, we need to sign for this check. We pick up this lobster roll because I'm like, fuck it, the beer can I'll leave the beer, but the food I'm taking with me. Luke fucking does his party trick, chugs the beer, and then we haul ass and like I was obviously, I'm like 285, 290. Luke was still 260 on stage.
Yeah.
We like have to run to the gate, and the whole plane is just sat there, like looking at us.
Waiting for the meatheads.
Fucking, we come on the front of the plane. I've got this like lobster roll, and I'm still trying to like this. That was like the first time I drank in like 3 years, so I was pretty. I felt
you got a buzz,
buzzed, right?
Yeah.
I'm like, so I'm sweating. I'm like 280 on my face, is like this fucking big. I'm like, sorry. Luke's on there, like, fucking. And then we're on a 10-hour flight all the way back home. So it was gross. Fucking gross.
Oh,
how paranoid I get when I fly. I don't want to disturb anybody. I don't want to.
Yeah.
I try not to eat like a lot before I get on a plane. I try never to be late. I'm just so like scared of bothering other people. Like when I'm sitting on a plane next to somebody when I was heavier, I would like lean over to make sure they're not uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Like it was. So then I started buying first class tickets because I'm like, okay, now I can at least sit comfortably and I don't feel like I'm bothering anybody else. And I never want to be. I remember one time, I forget what show it was, but I ate a whole bunch of food after the show and I sat on the plane and I had to fart like the whole fucking time. It was like a 4-hour flight and I couldn't fart because I didn't want to disturb anybody else. I'm sitting there and my stomach's just getting more and more and more bloated.
Filling with gas.
By the time I got home, I was so traumatized. I'm like, I'm never fucking eating shitty food until I'm actually on the plane, like near home. That way, like by the time it digests, I'm getting off the plane. Like I don't know how you guys feel, but I can't.
I was on a plane recently where someone let one go.
You did.
Disgusting.
You told me you did.
Oh, you're right. I did do it second time.
You're
but the
that
first
guy.
time, I didn't mean to. I didn't think it was going to smell.
There was
the
a
first
guy.
Time,
there
though,
was a listen. There was before you tell your story. There was a guy in front of me on the last time I flew Econo, and you know sometimes when you get tired, like I don't know, my back gets sore. I'll lean forward on the seat in front of me.
Yeah.
And I'll like rest my head on the seat.
Yeah.
I swear to God, the guy in front of me must have been farting. It was like going in my nose. It was the worst. I'm like, this motherfucker keeps farting over and over again.
Because he knows you got your face on it.
No, I was so angry. I was like, and then when you told me you were doing it, I'm like, you're that motherfucker that like violently lets it go and just.
I honestly only did
you.
it once though. I honestly only did it once.
Yeah.
I didn't think it was going to smell. I didn't eat nothing bad that day. My stomach felt fine.
Surprised you.
It did surprise me.
I feel like for a fart to smell on a plane, it has to be like really fucking bad though.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It kind of gets that air circulating so much, and there's so many different smells on there. It kind of gets hidden. Like a normal fart gets hidden. It's got to be pretty fucking bad.
I've smelled some bad ones, and you know the worst thing about it is being the 300-pound guy on the plane. When people look around, they always look at you.
Oh,
like,
they assume
it was probably that fat motherfucker over there. And I'm on the one, and so I start looking around. I'm like, it wasn't me. It wasn't me.
Someone was doing it repeatedly at a recent flight I was on. And I was getting angry about it because it was like repetitive and it was bad.
Dude, I remember one flight I had booked for SciTech to go to England, to go to Birmingham. And they always book me in the back in an aisle seat. And for some reason, I was in the front of the plane and I was in the middle seat. And I sit down and there's two fucking old ladies on either side of me. And I'm like, I can't disturb these old ladies, man. And I was seriously at my biggest. So I sat like this the whole time. I put my hands between my legs and I just leaned forward the whole time so they could both sit like comfortably. I just can't. I don't know. I got to think about planes, man. And meanwhile, Ben's running on with a fucking lobster roll and fucking sweating his balls off. I can't. Cedric used to do it. You know, Cedric used to get on every time we would fly. Cedric would get on with a burger and fries and a Coke.
And a full lycra outfit as well, probably.
Yeah. And then he would sit there like he was completely comfortable at home and just eat his burger and fries.
Like he's at home.
And then I'm like, you're going to have the shits halfway through this flight. And he just didn't care. He would be fine. He would just eat and then he would pass out and he would wake up when we landed. I'm like, how does this guy fly so comfortably? Like eating, sleeping, no problem.
Yeah. Some people sleep right through their flights. I wish I could do that.
You know what I've started doing is my toilet paper.
You got to blow your nose, Fouad. Class.
That's how you know you got a big nose. You need the whole fucking roll.
Yeah.
I ran out of Kleenex.
he carries a roll in his truck.
I keep
for that same
my
purpose.
Truck. Why not? It's better than Kleenex.
There's Kleenex.
It's better than Kleenex.
You get these little stickies around your nose.
No, it doesn't. Does it? Look.
You're good right now.
Yeah, see? Roman, what do you think's more efficient? Toilet paper roll or Kleenex box?
Box. Gotta be honest.
No. Box is classier, but it's not more efficient.
Now,
Just
boxes
grab it.
easy, so you go ping, ping, ping. Yeah, with a roll, you've got to.
But this lasts
Yeah.
long. This lasts longer.
Yeah.
That's true, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Get 2 boxes.
And it's got to do
Yeah,
a
but
purpose.
then you got to think about putting it in your car. It's like how it's going to fit 2 big boxes in your glove
Dude.
box, right?
If you got to stop at a rest stop and shit, do you bring that in with you?
No, I use the toilet paper roll that's there. What are you talking about?
That stuff's
So
always
do
rough. That stuff's always rough, though.
You say the
Once you
wet.
bring-
You say the wet wipes. If you're
Once
going
you-
to a public restroom, you say the wet wipes.
Well, you get the rough toilet paper too. It's like sandpaper. You should bring your premium roll
Well,
in.
how sensitive is your fucking nose? Look how big it is. You can't fucking handle a little bit.
No, I mean, if you got to take a shit in a public washroom, would you
Yeah,
bring that
so-
roll inside with you?
No, do you? I've never seen.
No, I
you bring
would
a roll-
though. If I carried a roll of toilet paper in my truck,
Do you know how weird you look carrying a fucking roll into the bathroom?
You're gonna
well, I
carry
would tuck it
toilet
in my
roll.
shirt. I wouldn't.
Like-
I wouldn't.
He's like, he's walking into the bathroom. Like this, like,
Well, I wouldn't just carry it
He's
openly
got
in
like
my
a
hand.
bulge in his shirt. He's like,
I
what?
I'd put it in my wife's purse or something if I was with her.
No, you would not, man.
If I had one of my
Paul, we've
wait,
got
wait,
a
you're gonna put it in
million.
your wife's purse. You're gonna take wait.
Fouad, I carry a
Wait,
Then you're gonna
let
take
him
your
go ahead,
wife's purse. You're gonna take your wife's purse into the male restroom, are you?
well, right before I go in,
That'll
we
be
would
even worse.
no, we would do the handoff right before I go in.
This
because, you know,
entire thing is so shoddy. You know you're making it up.
no, Fouad, I carry a premium roll in my locker at work for that same reason.
That's at work. It's different. You go to your locker, then you go to the bathroom, take a shit. You're not going to go to a roadside like service center and carry your toilet
I'm just saying,
paper.
if I had one in my car, I would instead
Really?
of using theirs. Yeah, but that stuff's no good.
I don't think it's that bad. Is your
Oh.
asshole that sensitive?
Not that it's sensitive. I just like to use something soft instead of something
Roman?
that's like sandpaper.
Is it that big a deal to use public toilet paper?
No.
Right?
Really? Maybe in Germany they got good
yeah.
stuff. In Canada,
No, no, no.
they got good stuff.
In Germany, it's actually a joke because
It's like
you know,
sandpaper.
in the back of the car there is this you know beneath the rear window there's this
Parcel shelf.
space, yeah,
Yeah.
and there's some people that put a roll of toilet paper there, and that's a lot of old people, and there's like a hand knitted cover that fits the
Yeah.
toilet paper exactly.
My mom used to do that.
What's that
Like a
for? So you can take
toilet
it into
roll
the
cover?
bathroom with you?
Yeah, when you have
Oh.
to stop at a public restroom, you just grab your toilet paper that is sitting in the back of the car, like obvious for everyone to see.
Oh, it's like first aid supplies or something.
I think my mom used it to wipe our noses more than to take a dump. But
Yeah.
it's the same thing. It was still
There
on
you
the
go.
parcel shelf at the back.
Yeah.
See, Paul, other people use toilet paper to wipe their nose.
Well, I'm just saying. I mean, I'm just saying you have a dual purpose with yours. If you took advantage of that.
Yeah. Anyway, so what's going on? Are you prepping or no?
I think so. The Italy show, the same one James is doing, is in 12 weeks and 2 days.
Wait a minute. James is doing an Italy show. I thought he was doing the Arnold UK.
Yeah, he's doing the Yamamoto. It's like 2 weeks before the.
2 weeks before that.
Well, it would make sense since he's with Yamamoto. Is like
Yeah.
all the Yamamoto guys doing that, like Regan and Nathan and all those guys?
I don't know about Nathan. I think Nathan isn't,
Okay.
but
I don't think.
he's already qualified for the Olympia, right?
Nathan is.
Yes.
Oh yeah, because he won some shows last year after the Olympics.
So yeah, so it probably wouldn't be in his best interest to do a show
For no reason, yeah.
a couple weeks like just in the season, you know.
Yeah.
And then so that's the show I was looking at. My stupid ass, I wanted to apply for the Arnold.
Yeah.
And I missed the deadline. So I'm
Yeah,
not
but
gonna
that can be worked on, man. I would still message them.
I did. They said no.
Really, eh?
And yesterday they were giving out a wild card. So
Yeah.
I was hoping to get the wild card, and
Yeah.
I didn't get that either.
Who'd they give
So
it to? Do you know?
David Johnston.
I don't even know who that is.
He's black, and I think he's from Britain as well.
Has he ever competed?
I don't know.
Yes, he placed in the last year in the Arnold UK. He placed 4th.
Oh, okay. So he is somebody who competed recently. Well, because
Yeah.
I was gonna say sometimes those like the Arnold Invitational, sometimes they work on what your last placing was the year before. And I know you haven't competed in like a year or two, right? Like when was the last time? 4 years. Yeah. So it's not necessarily because someone's better than you. Sometimes it's because, well, when was the last time this guy competed? Is there somebody that's competed more recently? And they give that guy like the consideration first.
Yes.
So, okay. So the UK Arnold is out, and then you have Italy. So James is there. Who else is doing Italy? Do you know?
No, I don't know, because
I'd imagine Presti is doing that, right?
Yeah, probably Presti and
do you
Woozy.
think they're all going to hang on to their competing?
I think if
now.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Yeah. That's
It's
a long
12.
prep.
It's 12.
Well,
weeks.
Presti only did one show so far, didn't he?
No, he did too.
Yeah, Presti's got enough time. If he'd have known he could have probably already taken the last 2 or 3 weeks off anyway.
Presti, no, I don't think Ben's wrong. Like, he definitely has enough time to like take a rest and then do it again. But does he want to? That's like, and will he be as fresh? You know,
the Yamamoto's a bigger pay check as well.
Is it?
Okay.
Really?
Yeah. And isn't he a Yamamoto athlete also?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think so. I know he's coaches, that Mauro Stones guy, right?
I think he is.
So my master plan is it was 7 shows. Now I can't do the Arnold, so it's only 6 shows before the Olympia.
Yeah.
They're all in Europe.
Oh, okay.
And I was considering doing all of them.
That'd be crazy.
It doesn't matter how I place, if I win, if I don't win, I'm just gonna do all of them.
Yeah.
There's 2 in August here. You got Tampa and then the week after Texas.
Yeah, but he's thinking because travel's all in Europe, he's just gonna nail them all while he's there.
Yeah, I'm just gonna do all of them with a $100 airplane tickets.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Man, that would be awesome. People haven't seen you compete in fucking years. They'd love to see you go over and over again like that.
Was Indy the last one?
Yeah, no. The Spain, the one Iain won. I placed 3rd.
The big man show.
Indianapolis, and then Iain and I did the Spain show a couple months later.
Yeah.
And then I thought I was going to take 2019 off, right?
And then COVID.
And then I was ready to compete in 2020. I was ready. My flight was supposed to leave on a Monday. And on Friday, they said, okay, we're shutting the world down.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Happened to a lot of people.
Yeah.
And then that was in February. It was the St. Louis Pro. And then until the world reopened in December, I had to get a little hip replacement real quick. And now we're here.
Thanks.
Yeah, just a little hip replacement. Do you know there was a show here in Canada, Paul? I don't know if you remember, it was the Nationals, I think. It was the Nationals or just before the Nationals. Everybody was ready to compete. The fucking day before the show, they canceled it because of COVID.
That was a super show, Toronto.
I had two guys travel, and they were at the hotel. They traveled for like 6 hours. They were at the hotel. They checked in.
To that show that I'm talking about?
Yeah, in Canada.
Yeah, it was crazy. I'm like, man, could you imagine?
Yeah, but you know what though, Fouad? I'm pretty sure that show that year they canceled the pro show in advance. It was the amateur show that they had.
No, I'm talking about the amateur show. I'm talking
about that same day it changed locations like 4 times.
Well, because they were trying to keep it alive, and then they just couldn't do it.
Yeah, they were calling around city to city to see who would host it.
Yeah, I'm not blaming the promoters. It's not their fault.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying it was that crazy though. People were going from city to city all day.
I just can't imagine, like, that's got to be horrible, fucking Roman, prepping for 3 months and then
you are the one that can imagine.
Well, yeah, I can. Actually, it happened to me when I did FIBO. We got ready for FIBO, and then canceled it the week of.
They canceled it on Wednesday before the Saturday show.
The FIBO show.
Yes, you were already there.
Were you going to compete in that?
No, I think it was.
I know Cedric was going to do it. Me and him were going to compete against each other, and then I don't know who else was there.
Why'd they cancel that show?
I don't know why they canceled that show. I really wanted to compete against Cedric that year because I thought, that was the one year I thought, because that was my biggest and fullest. I remember Cedric even commenting about it, and I think I could have been at my best, and I actually wanted to compete against Cedric at my best just to see if I could potentially beat him. Because I'd never really stood next to him when I was good, and then they fucking canceled it. I was like, "Fuck."
Yeah,
that was the Mohawk era, right?
No, I was. Oh no, I think I was still hanging on to it that year. Yeah.
I think you had a little bit left still.
Yeah, I saw. Still had a few. still had a few hairs kicking around.
Didn't they cancel another show, Fouad, that you were prepping for before, like a year or two before that? Was it the Frigno? Did they cancel that one year?
Yes.
Yeah.
No, they didn't cancel that. I got hurt.
Oh, okay. What happened?
I was going to do 16. I was going to do the Lou Ferrigno Legacy.
That's when I thought you were looking your best. That's the year you guest posed with Seth in Toronto.
I was a little more streamlined there. I was going to do, I don't think I was as big as in 15, but I was going to do the 16 Legacy. And then I think I tore my hamstring the second
Yeah,
time.
I think that's what it was. Yeah.
And I was like, fuck. So
yeah.
I probably still should have done it.
I
Yeah.
told you, sir, should have done it.
Everybody told me this and that. I made a lot of mistakes.
We texted, I remember.
Did we?
I was in the parking lot at the gym, and I told you, and I asked you if you really couldn't do it, and you said, "No, man, I'm frustrated."
Yeah.
And then the year after, you were prepping again for the Arnold,
and I
then
tore
you
my
hurt your
quad.
lat.
Yeah.
Your quad, right?
My quad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I think it was my lat for the Legacy. It was when I tore my lat.
Yeah, that was the lat, right?
Oh, yeah.
That was bad, man. I remember driving home from that injury. I think I was T-bar rowing like 7 plates. And I remember doing the first rep, and then on the second rep, I felt it pop.
Was it on the stretch?
Yeah, it was it was just on coming up from the stretch.
Oh,
It was my Terry's major on the right-hand side. I remember fucking doing it and feeling the pop and like, holy fuck. And then immediately it was like this really dull but intense pain. And I remember driving home. I had my Corvette. It was stick shift, and I could like barely shift. And I was like driving like this. I was like driving. I'd like hold my arm here, and I could just feel the pain throbbing through my fucking armpit. It was fucking brutal. I remember I got 4 PRP shots for that.
really?
Just to get it. Yeah. Just to get it back to normal.
How many weeks out were you?
I think I was like 5 or 6 weeks out from the show, but it was such a bad tear. There, like I couldn't do anything, man. I was like,
Yeah,
like,
your lats. It looks different after that.
This is why the Arnold happened, because I tore my lat for the Ferrigno, and then I backed out. And Roman, I think I remember regretting not going through with it anyway. So then when I tore my quad 3 or 4 weeks out from the Arnold in 17, I was like, fuck it, I'm not backing out again. I'm going to do it anyway. And it was a mistake. I shouldn't have done it because I looked horrible because my legs were downsized and my stomach was bigger, and the whole package just looked off.
It made your waist look big because your legs were flat.
It's tough because you always want to like push through your injury and compete because you can. But if you can't train properly, your physique is not going to look right, unless you're genetically gifted and naturally have like round muscle bellies, which I don't. So
you're real close to the show, and
and you can hold your fullness. Yeah. So anyway, so Roman, you got 12 weeks, but you're probably already like halfway in shape.
Look, I started at 16 weeks out, reducing stuff a little bit.
What does that mean? Can you tell people what that means? What were you reducing?
I dropped that. I cut my insulin a little bit, and my intra-workout, pre-intra and post-workout shakes and all that.
So what were your pre-intra and post-workout shakes, carb-wise? What were you taking in?
250 grams of liquid carbs.
All together?
Before, 50 during, and then 250 after. But that was liquid and.
Are you doing it? Can I ask something here? What is your carb source when you're taking in 250 grams? Because from my understanding, the human body can't actually absorb that much in one hit. And that's why a lot of people are using multiple carb sources, so like glucose and fructose together, because that increases the uptake. Yeah, you can go from like 60 grams an hour up to 90 grams an hour, right? If you're mixing your 2 carb sources.
Isn't it,
so
Ben, correct me if I'm wrong, sorry, Roman, before you answer, but isn't it also a faster uptake or more uptake if you use caffeine too?
Yes.
Caffeine does increase
carb uptake.
Like insulin, the uptake of it. I'm not sure on the mechanism of it, but I do know that caffeine does help you.
Because I know UFC fighters use fructose, glucose, but they also use caffeine after they.
And that's what I mean. Like, because I've been doing a bunch of stuff on reading up on like cyclists and stuff like that, and a lot of them were having they're limited on how much carbs they can get in per meal, because the protein transport for glucose isn't the same as fructose. So if you put fructose with it, you can now shuttle in more because you're going to max out the glucose one real early, or like a 60 grams. And then if you add in, you've got like another 30 or so grams of fructose on the transport molecule to add on to that. So you can actually get more uptake. So I was just wondering if you're
Roman, what's the 250 made up of? Is it like cluster dextrin or Vitargo?
Cluster dextrin, and then a little bit of Haribo candy.
Oh, okay. But it's just more glucose.
Yeah, that's glucose and also a table sugar. So fructose and glucose
combined
together.
Yeah.
So that's 200 from the drink, from the cyclic dextrin, and then 50 from the Haribos. I get that down. The thickest that the drink is actually thick.
Yeah. I can imagine. Yeah.
And then
what do you? Sorry. So let me just so people understand the full scope of it. You're eating a pre-workout meal, right?
Yeah, but that's 3 hours before.
No, I know. So 3 hours before, what is that meal? Usually, on average.
Just chicken and rice. Something.
How much rice? How much rice? Like 300 grams, probably.
At that point, in carbs, 150.
In carbs, 150. So that's, Ben, what is that? 300 grams is like 90, right?
He's probably pushing 450 grams.
450 grams weighed. Yeah. Okay. So you're doing a massive amount of chicken and rice. What's your protein intake at that point? Is it like chicken, like 6 ounces, 7 ounces, like, or
over
grams?
The day?
No. Just for that meal.
For that meal, 75
grams. So it's like, protein. That's only like 3 ounces.
6 ounces?
No, protein.
6.
He's
75
protein,
grams
right?
of protein. He's not doing the weight.
Yes.
That's right.
Oh.
So 75 grams of protein is like fucking 8. It's like 8 ounces.
10 ounces of
10 ounces.
10 ounces of chicken, right?
Yeah. So that's a massive meal. So you're eating that then 3 hours before you train. Then how long before you train are you doing the pre-workout drink?
I drink the drink, and then I go down. I drink it, then I go downstairs to the gym. And start warming up. So about 20 minutes later, the workout starts.
So what's in the drink? What's in the drink other than carbs? Is there like a pre-workout in there? Is there like caffeine? Is there aminos or anything?
There's 50 grams of protein.
Jesus fuck.
Whey protein?
Have Pepto Pro and have EAAs.
That Pepto Pro is fucking gross.
That's
It's like shit.
That's like the best protein, though, right?
Yeah, it is. Is Pepto Pro disgusting or what?
No, it's flavored.
Yeah, but even if it's flavored, it's still ass.
Yeah.
Is it?
But it's, you just do it.
Isn't Pepto Pro's hydrolyzed casein, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So it's very, very good. But the reason we don't make it is because it's fucking disgusting. And 9 out of 10 people will not drink it.
Yeah.
I used to drink it post. I used to drink it post workout when I was like 22, right? So I finished training and I drink like 50 grams of protein from Pepto Pro with nothing else in it, and it was unflavored, and it was it was like wait. Yeah, the only thing I can liken it to, for anyone that hasn't tried it, when you throw up and it's bile.
Yeah.
That in a shaker cup.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah, Paul.
It's, really? Does it smell too?
No, it doesn't smell. The one I used to buy came unflavored, and they would give you this like flavor pack to go with it.
Yeah,
it was like a squirt bottle. So I would squirt like half the bottle in the fucking thing.
But you'd be out of the squirt by the second drink.
I tried to drink it. It's still fucking gross. But I did it. And it actually, it does, like, I had a really good off season that year. I'm not saying it's just because of that, but it is a very like valuable source of protein. So anyway, so you're drinking that, and go ahead, Ben. What were you gonna say?
I was just going to caveat all the stuff I said about carbohydrate intake. Things change when insulin is used as well. So
yeah, of course, yeah. So 250 carbs, 50 grams of protein. Anything else in that drink?
Put creatine in there.
5 grams for 10, 5 or 10.
I do 5 grams and then 5 grams after.
Okay, so let's worry about after. So 5 grams. Anything else in that drink or no?
Pink salt.
Pink salt. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So then you train. During your training is only 25 grams. Cluster dextrin?
No, 50.
50. Cluster dextrin?
Yes.
So
go ahead, Paul.
That's a question. So 250 grams of carbs. So that's like 10 scoops you're using, roughly?
No, usually a scoop's 50 grams or 25.
Oh, okay,
so it could be 25, but usually it's 50.
So that must be thick as hell, unless you're pouring like a gallon of water.
That's what he said. It's like a milk. It's like a milkshake.
It's like a spoon.
I do one liter of water. 1 liter.
1 liter of water. Okay, that's quite a bit of water, but still, jeez. All right.
I mean, I think if you're adding insulin to that, you're super hydrated and you're fucking ready. You're primed for a fucking workout.
The pump.
Yeah.
I do insulin 25 units IV.
God
with
damn.
that.
IV.
Yes.
What do you mean?
Into one of my forearm veins.
I gotta cut this out.
Yeah. We're super interested. Like, what?
Can't tell people that. Fuck, are you crazy?
The Humalog bottle says IV, subcutaneous, or IM.
I can't tell
Yeah,
anybody.
You're muscular.
You can take it IV, but
Yeah, of course you can. But
there is another. I forget the name of it. There's a faster insulin than Humalog that you might get on better with.
what is it?
I can't remember the name of it.
It was discontinued in Germany.
I have a pen. I got a pen of it in here.
Do I have to cut that out?
Because of Mino.
Okay. Listen, I'm putting a fucking disclaimer.
Yeah.
We are not fucking doctors. Nobody do what we do. We're just telling you what we do. That's the fucking and it's at the beginning of the episode as well. All right. So anyway,
what we would hypothetically do.
Yeah, this is what we're hypothetically.
I've heard some. I know the guy who does this.
Yeah. I have a friend who does it. So 50
guy is doing the IV insulin right for his pizza, and Roman is doing it a little more
focused, a little more.
Yeah, it's more applicable here.
Okay, so I'm trying to get to this intra workout: 50 grams of carbs, cluster dextrin.
Yeah, and 20 grams of aminos.
Okay, and then post workout, you're doing another 250 grams
of carbs.
50 grams, and then how much protein? Go ahead.
75
grams.
75 grams of protein. Carbs from cereal.
Oh, okay.
250 grams. That's a lot.
Yeah, it's a lot of cereal, man.
What kind of cereal?
250 grams from cereal.
Dude, that's like a fucking
box.
salad bowl, man.
What kind of cereal?
Rice Krispies.
I either do the Kellogg's Frosted Flakes. Then
at this point, for anyone watching that's like, I love cereal, this is not fucking enjoyable, right?
No.
Not at that amount.
Maybe the first half of a bite, and then you're like, this is shit.
Maybe the first day you do it, and then after that, you're like, fuck this.
And you're probably not hungry at all to eat at this point.
Well,
at least I wouldn't be.
He smashed all that shit beforehand.
Right.
Roman, how the fuck are you not 400 pounds? What are you wrong with your body?
I was 290, 298, I think.
Who wrote this diet for you?
I did.
I'm gonna write you a new diet. I'm gonna write you a new diet. We're gonna reduce all that shit, but we're gonna add some good McDonald's and shit. We'll get your weight up.
Hey, I got a question.
What?
Ben, you were saying earlier that fructose makes you take in more carbs, more glycogen.
You upload different.
It allows you, yeah.
Is that because fructose fills the liver?
No, the transport molecule. Where the glucose will bind to the transport molecule to take it in, there's only a certain number of those glucose transport receptors to take the carbs in. And once they're full up, you can't adding more glucose isn't going to do anything. It's just going to sit in the blood because you can't go anywhere. But if you add fructose in, there's another protein that transports fructose in. So now you can, and glucose can't bind to it. So that's free like all the time. So if you're just eating glucose, they get full up, but you're missing the fact that you can transport more carbs in under fructose.
Okay. That's why I didn't get a chance to ask that when you guys were talking.
No, sorry, Paul. So Roman, you're taking in like that's 2,000 calories from carbs just around your workout. So what is the rest of the day look like? Are you still eating like a mass amount of carbs in all your other meals? Like it's still around 150 grams, like your pre-workout meal, or is it all reduced?
No, it's the last meal is it's four solid meals, and then all these shakes.
So how many meals total, including the shakes? Like 7?
Yes.
And that's including your pre and post workout shakes, or no? Yes.
Yeah.
And intra.
No, I don't know about the intra. You know what I mean?
Okay. Oh, you're okay. Right.
Yeah.
So where's the third shake later in the day?
No, it's the second workout. So it's the same process.
You're doing 2
this is
workouts
twice a day?
Jesus Christ. You're fucking, honestly, Roman, you're fucking like, nope. I would challenge anybody to fucking live Roman's life for a week.
Yeah.
You
Wow.
guys,
So,
anybody who
Roman-
says they fucking train hard can go live with Roman for a week. Tell me if they can fucking live.
There's a couple of people that I think of like that, like Branch Warren.
I
don't care whether you're a pro bodybuilder. There are 99% of people could not have done what Branch Warren did to his body. Like the intensity, the brutal amount.
Well, wait a minute, Ben.
And I think Roman's I'm saying Roman. I'm saying Roman's in that same category where there's like, you have all these pros and you're like, God, they're really phenomenal athletes. And then you have
Branch Warren,
you have Roman, and you're like, how are you able to recover and stay in one piece? And like, it's insane.
It goes back to my theory of how you start is what becomes normal. So Roman's been doing 2-a-day workouts from the beginning, right? Pretty much. So that becomes normal for you. You condition your body to it. So for Roman, that's fucking normal. For us, it's absolutely maniacal. Like,
everybody can train.
If I need to, I just get my joints replaced.
Yeah, you just get titanium hips, and you're good. You just go on.
That's amazing.
Does each body part get hit twice a week then, Roman?
Yeah.
No,
so
like
it's more. It's basically what I'm doing most of the time. 3 days on, 1 day off.
Okay.
3 days on, 1 day off.
Oh, so you do have a rest day?
Yes.
Okay.
I started incorporating.
You're not completely insane. You're a little bit lazy, Roman. I didn't know you had a rest day.
I want to see him on a rest day. I bet he's going fucking crazy.
I know.
Or just sleep the
on
whole
a rest day. Do
recover.
you actually rest? Like, you just don't do shit?
I sleep in always until like at least between 2 and 4 in the afternoon.
Wow.
I sleep.
Wow.
He's like, my body's fucked. Like,
My body's dead.
That's true. So, and then on those days, I'm not pushing food as much.
Yeah, you lower the
so
calories.
I don't try to catch up the meals that I've lost. I just eat whatever I want until I go to bed.
That's good. Yeah, that's good.
What typical eat whatever you want then? Is it still chicken and rice and beef and rice? And
Yes. We might go out. That's always the days when we do like a date thing.
Yeah.
And we go out to eat sometimes to a all you can eat sushi.
Yeah.
Or Subway, and then we buy a couple subs and eat them. That's basically what we're doing.
So I think we should make sure we preface the fact that people that want to train twice a day, now you know why his nutrition is so specific and so, like, I don't want to say
extreme.
Extreme. Yeah, that's a good word, right? That's what I'm looking for, because you couldn't train twice a day with his volume if you weren't getting on all those fucking calories and you weren't. You just wouldn't recover.
Never.
Go ahead.
In a prep, when your food is coming down lower, are you still keeping in those 2 days? And they allow you to keep your food a little higher, I'm assuming, because your output's high. But
yeah, and I don't have to do fucking 2 hours of cardio like some people do.
So when you're
what's the most amount of cardio? Sorry.
So go ahead, man. Sorry.
That I have done stupidly was 2 hours.
No, that's not what I want to. That's not what I.
As well as hang on. So 2 sessions a day and 2 hours of cardio.
Yes.
So that's like 8 hours of 6 hours of training.
Fucking Roman.
Holy fuck.
That was not productive, I can tell you.
Oh yeah, I know.
Go figure.
Yeah. So when I did 2-a-days, I did it for 4 weeks at the end of my prep, and it really helped. And I was able to cut out cardio.
Yeah.
But I couldn't do, I've said this before, I couldn't do more than 4 weeks. My body started to feel the effects after 4 weeks, and I wasn't recovering properly, but I also wasn't eating like Roman was. But I do like the fact that you can pull cardio. Like if you're smart enough and you can gauge your workouts properly, I think you could do like a pump workout and a heavy workout 3 days on, 1 day off, and maintain that for more than 4 weeks. I think my problem was I was doing 2 hard workouts a day like Roman does, but I didn't have the calories to go with it.
Well, Roman, correct me if I'm wrong. I remember talking before, your volume is a little less, right?
Now, yes, it was more, it was a lot more. But then after a while, I discovered there is like a point of diminishing returns.
Yeah, definitely.
And I got to that point, and then you feel it's like, you all know how that feels.
Yeah.
Last time I did this, so I have to do this again, or even more.
Yeah.
Right.
So would you say like, for people watching, if a typical workout is 100%, one of your workouts would be maybe what, 80% volume of a 70%?
No, but that's not what I meant, Ben. I meant the intensity.
I'm sure his intensity still.
So
wild, right?
what I want to ask is your intensity for both workouts is still 100%, right?
It's the same. Yeah.
Yeah. See, what I was implying was that one of your workouts would be like 80% and more of like just driving blood, where in the second workout would be 100%, and that would be more for. I know that.
I think what he's doing is like fewer exercises and fewer sets.
I get it.
right?
I get it. I'm
Yes.
saying Roman is not the normal person. I'm saying for the average person, if they want to train twice a day for an extended period of time, I don't think very many people could do what Roman does for a long period of time. Like I said, when I did it, it was like 4 weeks, and then my body started to feel achy. I remember Justin Compton said the same thing. He said around 4 weeks, and he started to feel achy, and he wasn't recovering properly.
Yeah, but I also think that's what I mean, where you would maybe do 2 workouts and they would be 2 full sessions, but the intensity was low. The volume is still high. I think.
But you're saying if you reduce the volume,
his volume is less, so the frequency is high on those body parts.
But what we should ask is, what is low volume? Like, what are you doing? 2 working sets per exercise?
So this morning I did back, and it was 7 exercises and 3 working sets each.
That's fucking high volume.
That's not low volume. Shit.
Yeah.
That's why I knew.
I was thinking
That's
like
fucking low volume for me.
I was thinking like 3 moves. Yeah, but you're talking like, you told me you were doing like 10 by 10 on shit, right? Back in the day.
Yeah, that's what I did.
That's why I knew we should clarify, because I knew he wasn't doing the low volume that you think was.
Okay. My low volume is like 4 working sets would be a low volume workout, and then later in the day do the same. So it'd still be 8 working sets.
Roman's low volume is everybody else's high volume.
but that proves my point. It's still relative to him, right?
I know,
So
I get it.
He's doing it's the same principle. He's having to do a little less volume so that he can sustain 2-a-days for longer.
Right.
Listen, I think there's a couple different ways you could do it. You could do what Ben said, or if you're going to do 2-a-days, and you could shorten the volume but still maintain 100%. I like to think of it the way John used to think of it. John used to say there are pump workouts and there are heavy duty workouts. And so if I was going to implement a 2-a-day training session that was going to last for an extended period of time, I would have a hard morning and an easy afternoon, and I would do that every day, right? Like, for example, just to give an example real quick. So if I was training back, I might do split back into rowing and width, and I might do all my rowing shit in the morning because it's heavy and hard, and I might do all my pull down shit in the afternoon because it's a little bit easier and it's not going to tax me as much.
Yeah. So I used to do it for legs. I used to squat in the morning, only squat.
Yeah,
and do a lying leg curl, right? Then my 2 exercises, and then in the evening I would do like leg presses, leg extensions, seated curls, and pump a ton of volume.
Yeah. Like that's what I mean, right? Because I think you could sustain that, but I think if you're doing like heavy chest in the morning and then heavy
7
back
sets.
at night, you're doing 7 working sets, you're fucked. No, but I think it's interesting, Roman. I think it's fucking. I mean,
impressive.
Your physique is showing it. So let's take a look just so we can show people. I'm excited to see.
I haven't posted anything recently. I haven't.
What is this? How old is this?
This is
8 weeks.
8 weeks ago.
8 weeks ago.
Dude, this looks.
That was great.
This looks 5 weeks out for most people.
What's the weight difference, Roman, between then and now?
About 12 pounds.
You're heavy. You're 12 pounds heavier now, yeah.
No, I'm 12 pounds lighter.
Oh, okay. Yeah. What was it? Was this 298 then?
About something like that. Maybe 290. That's 290. About 287.
290 striated glutes.
Okay. So that's. I don't remember really. I think I remember what it was in kilos. Wait a second. I got my calculator here.
This is a Ronnie Coleman outfit.
Yeah.
You specifically wore everything Ronnie wore here.
Yes,
The yellow tights with the boots.
but I forgot the legs. You know.
You forgot the chalk. Didn't he have chalk on his
And-
shoulders?
Yes.
You forgot the chalk on the shoulders. Did you
no
do that on
chalk,
purpose?
No tan.
I did that on. I sell the shirt.
You sell this shirt?
Yes.
You owe Ronnie a royalty.
I
No,
have
because-
that shirt, right? And the first time I came to Metroflex, I wore that shirt thinking I was cool. And Ronnie Coleman was fucking in there. Ronnie Coleman was in there, and I felt like the biggest cunt ever. I was like,
Have you started doing videos in English on your YouTube?
Yes, actually a lot. I do three videos a week now.
Yeah. Total or
One-
3 English? 3 total.
One German and 2 English.
And
Wow.
how's it being received?
Good, actually. A lot
People
of
like it?
yeah, the German sub, obviously not all of them like it, but they
Yeah.
can go to hell. Oh no, not all of them. All the Germans that actually like me.
The ones that are complaining can go to hell. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
The Germans that actually like me, they're like they are saying, "Oh, it's good that you do it in English. I can totally understand what you're saying. It's not like you're talking
Yeah.
science, anything."
Yeah.
So keep doing it. It's gonna further your career and reach.
See,
That's
that's how I like that when you get so it's funny when you have fans, I hate the word fans, but when you have supporters, whatever you want to call them, the majority of them want you to be better and want you to excel. But there's a small percentage that are selfish and
Mhm.
don't give a shit about you being better. They just want what they want.
yeah.
You know what they're saying? They're saying, you are German. You are one of us. You are not to make videos in English
That's
Really?
so crazy.
because you owe us. You-
Why do you
Oh,
owe
you
them?
what? Oh,
Are they wearing uniforms as well? 'Cause this-
That's what they're saying. And some of them even said that they write me like private messages. I speak English, but I still refuse to watch your English videos.
Well, you think-
because
Really?
Wait a
I'm
minute,
German
Roman. Wait.
and
Well, I want to understand why do you owe them?
yeah.
because
You're
I'm German.
living your life and you're
Yes.
providing information and
free.
inspiration to those people who want to learn
Yeah.
how you got to where you are. Why do you owe them?
Yeah.
I can't answer that. They probably can't answer that either.
Yeah. That's crazy.
I mean, I've heard that before, and it kind of it drives me a little bit crazy. So I feel like appreciative for people that watch and people that care about our brand and all of us as people. But we're also providing a service. Like we're providing a lot of information. We're
For free.
providing a lot of sometimes entertainment and jokes. Sometimes, like I don't understand why anybody owes anybody. Isn't it an even transaction? We're providing information and enjoyment. They're providing, viewership, and it's like an even. Everybody's happy. I don't think anybody owes anybody. It's just everybody's getting what they want.
Exactly.
I
Yeah.
think but it's not like they're paying. It's not like a subscription service. Then
Right.
he's changing the fucking product on them.
Well,
And it's
in
not-
my instance, they would say, "Well, we support Hosstile," and that's fair. They support our brand, but I try and give back with information or like this podcast or like whatever. So like all I'm saying is nobody owes anybody. Isn't it an even transaction? Like
Plus, Roman's putting in German too, so it's not like he's not. He's
Right.
just
Yeah,
doing it in
he's-
English. Like I
yeah,
don't
he's
understand.
still doing both now.
Yeah, I don't understand.
See, it's like the reason I think of this is because Roman, I get this from Canadian fans sometimes too. They're mad that Hosstile is an American company. They're like, well,
I
you're
am.
Canadian.
Yeah.
You're Canadian. The Hosstile should be Canadian. But I think most of my fans or supporters understand that I have a huge American fan base, and the company is going to succeed in the long term if I start in the US versus a smaller market of Canada. So, but Canadian fans get upset and they're like, well, you should be here with us
When you tell them why though, Fouad, do they understand?
most of the time. But I
Yeah.
feel like
I'm
I
gonna hazard a guess that the Canadian mad is different from the German mad.
Yeah.
yeah, it's not as intense.
Like- It's like, oh, we're a little bit miffed right now.
Yeah.
Whereas Germany are like fucking.
Peeved.
I guess the point I'm trying to
Yeah.
make, and I don't know if you feel this, Roman, but I feel bad because I'm like, I want to make them happy,
Yes.
But I also have to make sure the company succeeds, right? So like you're stuck in this really, you're stuck in this place where you can't make everyone happy. So you just have to like do what's best for you.
That's why I did originally I was only going to do English.
That's right.
From now on.
Yeah.
So I figured, okay, man, let's do a German one as well.
That way you kind of satisfy.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
How's it going anyway? Is the YouTube channel growing?
Yeah, I think so. But I'm only at 29,000 subscribers right now.
Well, let's get that shit up. All you guys, all you guys who are watching, all you guys who are watching the podcast that love Roman, you all tell me how much you love Roman.
Go to Roman. I'm gonna go join.
How long you had it, Roman?
Subscribe now.
This is Roman. This is Roman's wife. So if you want to see Roman's wife, you can go subscribe.
Chest A shirts.
Is it tactical to have her at the top of the page?
That's why he did it.
Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah,
she should be on the banner, Roman. Like, I love you, man, but
that's right. That's right.
You should put her up here. Is that right?
Yeah.
only her tits, nothing else.
I'm not going to subscribe until you've done that. That's
okay.
Did you have sex today, Roman?
We actually just talked about this. Fuck. She said.
Fouad's going to ask you.
Yeah.
Tomorrow. Tomorrow we're going to. Tomorrow is my day off, so we're going to a public pool. But it also has sauna, and this is where we're going to stay at. You know, the spa. Yeah.
So is she trying to make plans to have sex in the public pool?
No. And then she said, I said, well, before we go there, we got to shave my back.
Yeah, of course.
So she said, okay. So we got to shave, and then we still got to have sex today, but it's going to be after your second workout. So I said, yeah, I'm just going to lie there that's what I said, like a thing.
Yeah.
And then she said, okay, then first I'm going to go like this, and then I'm going to go like this. That's exactly the conversation we had.
What? Paul, how do we get
I'm
this
not
kind
sure.
of treatment?
We got to move. I'm not really sure. I'm listening intently though.
Actually, she said,
Roman, teach us.
First, I'm going to go like this. First, I'm going to go like this.
Yeah,
and then I'm going to go like this. That's exactly how.
I only get this. I don't get.
Yeah, I get this all the time.
How many years again? 2? That's why. It's still early.
Honeymoon phase.
No, we're married 1 year in 6 weeks. July 30th.
How long did you date for?
September, 2 years before that.
It's still new. Paul.
3.5 years, newish. Yeah.
Wait 10 years.
Have kids.
No, they're German. They're not slowing down.
I'm gonna find out.
Yeah,
Roman,
yeah.
hopefully we'll still be doing this podcast in 10 years.
Of course.
We're gonna ask you.
Of course.
Roman's gonna be like, nah, all she does is shave my back.
He'll be complaining like us, Fouad.
No wonder his carbs have to be so high, and then he has that rest.
Yeah.
It's not to fuel his fucking workouts.
I love that the wife has to schedule it. She's like, okay, I got to shave your back, but we have to have sex. So let's make sure we put it right here. That's fucking hilarious.
Yeah, that's a happy marriage.
Ben, what's going on with you, man? How's the cycling going?
I'm gonna grab a meal.
Yeah, go ahead. Ben, you want to tell everybody about the picture?
You only bought this. You only bought this up because I had a boo boo.
Ben sent me a picture. Shit froze. Your thing's freezing, Ben.
Oh, right, perfect.
Yeah,
perfect time for it to freeze though.
Let me capture this 1 second.
Did he fall? Oh.
So Ben texts me. He's like, "You want to tell him? Go ahead." It's fucking your internet keeps freezing.
There you go. No.
Ben, your internet keeps freezing on us.
Well, tell me what happened, Fouad.
All right. So Ben texts me like I don't know, 3 or 4 days ago. He's like, I fell off my bike.
How?
It's like, I don't know how. I'm like, how the fuck?
Like, did he hit something?
No, he just fell. I don't know if he fucking just fell. And he's like, I'm like, did anybody see you? He's like, only my wife. I'm like, okay, that's not. But then he texted me the day. Go ahead, Ben. You're back.
How'd you fall off your bike?
Yeah.
How'd you fall the first time?
First time.
Oh, the first time I hit a pothole.
Oh, okay.
And so I have clip-in shoes, right?
Oh,
they clip into the pedals.
Oh, you're serious, eh?
He's doing a bike race.
Oh, I thought it was just
fucking. Yeah, no, I did 27K this morning. Went out.
Holy
and,
shit, Jesus! How long did that take you?
I got it down. I took 4 minutes off my best, so I did it in 50 minutes. My average heart rate was 165.
You're
That's
out there.
crazy.
You're like in a rural area, right? Where you live?
Yeah.
Can I just-
I'm not fucking around.
Can I just explain to people? Sorry, people who don't know, and I am only recently finding out because I'm running. The fact that you can keep your fucking heart rate at 150 or 160 for fucking an hour.
You're moving.
No, it's not just that. The fact that he can sustain that without stopping to catch his breath or anything is amazing.
Yeah, like 162 average heart rate today.
Holy
That's fucking
shit!
crazy,
What's your resting, Ben? Usually,
It's dropped down to 48 now.
Oh,
48?
shit. My resting is
Yeah.
like,
fuck. Yeah,
I was proud. I was
make sure you're
happy.
alive sometimes.
Paul, my resting heart rate, I'm proud of, has dropped to 70 to 72.
Oh fuck, mine's still in the 80s. Who had mine was as high as the 90s at one
That's
time.
what mine was before I started running. It was resting at 85.
And losing weight.
Yeah,
48.
no,
Holy shit.
I'm a lot fitter than I thought I was going to be by this.
Dude,
Yeah.
that's crazy.
What's your body weight down to?
I weighed this morning before the ride, because I'm weighing before the ride and after the ride to see how much water I'm losing from dehydration.
You sweating that much?
So it's hot here.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I have to go out. I have to go out at 8 in the morning before
Yeah,
it gets over. Before it gets over like 35.
yeah.
I weighed 258 right before the ride, and I weighed 255 when I finished the ride.
Can I ask you
And
something, Ben? Sorry, Paul.
Yeah.
I just want to see how much you've lost, though. What were
He
you?
just said he lost 3 pounds.
No. I mean, when you decided to retire since then.
Oh,
Well, I was kind of mid-diet. So back in December, the end of the off season, I was 294.
Holy shit! You don't look like you've lost that much size, though. Does he, Fouad? Is it just me?
Yeah, no, it's
in person, it's not that. Look, Ben's a taller, bigger guy, but the thickness is not the same.
Yeah.
It's
Well,
same,
like I saw you in March, right? You're a big dude. Like that was how long?
I was
ago?
but I was full ball track. I was doing
Yeah, but he
USAs at that point. I
He
was
was like
pushing.
290 then.
I was on
okay.
cycle. I was lifting.
Yeah,
I was heavy then.
Yeah.
So wait a minute. Can I please go back? Because I just want to know, how important is it to know how much you're losing during your ride? Like, how important is it to know that number?
It's useful because then I can I'm trying to optimize my performance, right? So the race should take me, if I stay at that kind of pace, it should take me an hour and 35. So I want to try to be drinking enough on the ride that my weight isn't dropping that much.
Okay.
During an intense ride. So I need to be I need to basically be replacing that. So ideally I would like to not lose as much. Just this morning, the way I need to get a different hydration system. I can actually drink more when I'm riding. So, and then I'm playing around with different like intras. So I'm playing around with the carb mixes to see which one hydrates me better and fuels my performance better.
Did you start adding more Pico too? Because I did that to my runs.
Yeah. So
makes a difference, right?
Yeah,
it does make a difference.
Yeah.
For sure.
Well, if you add I do the silo with the Pico 2, so I get the hydration matrix and then I get the Pico 2 and the fucking combination.
So, if I do a short sprint, which is like 35 minutes, as I do a 12K loop around here, if I do that, I just do Silo 9 with the Pico 2. When I go out and when I did the 27K, it's a little longer, I did a scoop of the Intra R3.
Yeah, with the carbs in it. Yeah.
And I added Pico 2 to that as well.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So does that, you think that applies to running too? Because when I'm done, my shirt's like, I go wring out my shirt and it's like, I don't know how much.
It's the same thing. Like you're gonna have like I was talking to you about the real high end performance. Obviously, neither of us are high performance.
No, well, I'm definitely not.
We're not high performance endurance athletes at this point. But the limiting factor when you get up to like these high performing individuals is their ability to fuel themselves. Like they can physically move for as quick and as long as they need to. Yeah. But then their hydration and their carbs become the rate limiting factor. So
that's right. Yeah.
The intra workout, and that's why, like, if you look at a bunch of the Hosstile stuff, all the clinical data, a lot of it comes from endurance type athletes, so runners and cyclists, and they're all pushing their boundaries of like intra workout performance, and that's how, like, when Fouad and Summer were formulating, we get clinical studies. That's what we use. Yeah, you use that data and you can apply it to bodybuilding. And all I'm doing is just I'm taking it. It's come this way, and I'm taking it back across. So
I just want to clarify something for anybody listening that's going to try it. The Pico 2 is not an immediate. You don't notice it immediately, because you have to load. It's almost like it has to load in your body. And I believe the total is 27 grams before you start feeling the full effects. So if you're taking in 2 grams a day, it's going to take you up to 27 grams before your body has the full effect of the Pico 2.
Oh.
So, and it's the same thing with beta alanine. When people say like, well, beta alanine, I felt it right away. You feel the tingles right away, but beta alanine has to load, but it's a lot longer loading process. It's like 186 grams or 182 grams to load beta alanine. So you have to be careful when you're buying a supplement. Most companies underdose the beta alanine. So it's like, say they put 1.6 grams. If you're at 186 grams to load and you're only getting 1.6 grams a day, that means you basically have to use that fucking product for 5 fucking months before you start to feel the full effects of it. Whereas with Pico 2, our pre-workout and our intra-workout, if you use them together, that's 3 grams. And you need up to 27 grams to start feeling it. So if you're getting 3 grams a day, you only have 9 fucking days before you start feeling the full effects of Pico 2. And the full effects are much greater than beta alanine. So I'm trying to stress this point to people that, well, your product doesn't have beta alanine. It doesn't have beta alanine for a fucking reason. It's not as good a product, and it takes a lot longer to feel the effects of it. So I just want to clarify that point since we were talking about the Pico 2. I don't want somebody to go drink the Pico 2 and be like, well, I didn't feel anything, because you don't feel it from day one. It's got to be a buildup of it.
Yeah.
So Roman, you don't use Pico 2. I was thinking for your kind of like high volume training, you might benefit you too.
Yes. I was wondering if I bought Pico 2.
Yeah.
Just say the raw thing.
Yeah. We have that.
If someone was to do that.
Yeah.
And this person took 30 grams on day 1, would they be fully loaded?
I don't know if I could answer that. It would be really disgusting though. It's a really earthy, like, well, I mean, you're drinking Pepto Pro, so who fucking knows? Roman probably do it. No, but it's got an earthy
mushrooms.
Yeah, mushroom. It's got an earthy texture and flavor to it. So I don't know if
you have to shake, like if you put it in, because I put the single product ingredient into the Alanine.
Yeah.
To make sure you're shaking it before you drink it.
Yeah,
that's at the bottom.
Yeah, for people who don't know, but it doesn't really dissolve easily. So every time you take a sip, you kind of got to shake it up and take a sip.
It's not like you're getting a bunch of stuff. You just have to remix it.
The sediment will settle at the bottom if you just leave your.
Which is what the thing I'm having, because I take it on the bike. So look, these road bikes are like this thin, right?
Yeah.
The tires.
The whole bike is like this fucking narrow. I'm on it. Actually, it was funny.
It probably looked like an ape on it.
I was coming. The sun was behind me the other day, and I'm on it like this. And I look fucking jacked.
You love it, eh?
My quads are out here, and it's still biting me. I'm like, but it's hard to balance. But the
do you do any hills running on your route?
Yeah, yeah. The maximum elevation is 300 meters on that ride I just did. So it's
so there's a lot of hills and shit though.
Ben's convinced me to buy a bike, Paul, because
we got a great track right where we live. I would do it with you.
There's a good reason. Which
no, because listen, it's not because I want to become a cyclist. It's
fun.
I can't, because I'm heavy. No, not because it's fun. Because I'm heavy and I can't run every day because it's impacting my joints.
Yeah.
But Ben was like, why don't you use a bike to keep your endurance up so that on your running days you can run longer, but you don't have to take days off. You can still do something that's low impact and good for your joints.
I would definitely bike with you, Fouad.
You'd buy a bike with me?
I absolutely would. I got one, but I want a better one.
I don't want to go on like a cruise. I want to bike to like Leamington.
I want to bike. Well, I don't want to go that far, but I want to go on the trail we got behind the house here. We got a great trail right here.
That's like a 1 kilometer trail. Where the fuck are you gonna go on that?
It goes pretty far.
Ben, I'm telling you, it's no more than 3 kilometers. I promise you.
Well, we'll start on that, and we'll see what we'll get on.
Paul wants to go for a leisurely bike ride.
We'll talk a little bit.
Paul wants to have
he's like non-committal on all of this. He's like,
I don't want to go to Leamington.
It's like his New Year's resolution. I'm gonna start doing cardio. Like, how much cardio are you doing? Well, like 2 times a week.
I was doing pretty good. Now it fell right off now.
I was gonna ask you something else about the bike. Oh, so you fell the second time. Tell Paul about the second time.
Yeah, how'd you fall the second time?
The second time was, so what I did, we did a short loop, and I set Denise out ahead of me, and I had to try and chase her down. Well, when I came back round, I got to the hill, and she'd stopped on the hill because she was like, I'm not going anywhere. She was like pedaling, not moving. So I went to like pull up next to her, because I'm clipped in. So I click the left one out, and as I'm stopping, my right foot isn't unhooking, so I'm trying to get the fucking pedal out, and then I take this like slow-mo out, and then I'm like, oh no. Awful. But here's the thing, the third time was the wipeout where I
you fell 3 times.
3? Oh my god.
I thought
those two were on the same ride. The pothole
that's right.
And it was the same issue. The left foot came out and the right clip didn't unclip, and I always put my right foot down on the ground first. So I was trying to get it out and it wouldn't, and I toppled, and I didn't have enough. I'm a newbie to this, so I didn't have enough time to switch. Anyway, the third time I went out, I'd lost one of the brackets for under the seat. So the seat was wobbling like from last week, and I've ordered a new part, but it's so specialized parts. I had to order it from Italy. So we've like jerry rigged this seat on with zip ties, right? So I go out onto the main road, and the seat is all over the place. And I'm like, fuck, this doesn't feel good. I'm not gonna be able to get a good ride in. So I'm like, fuck, maybe I'm gonna turn around and go home. I was only like 100 yards down the road, and I'm about to come down the hill. So I'm like, fuck, I'm gonna chuck it in the lay-by here, so I can get off and turn around and walk back. Well, a truck came over the hill as I was pulling into the lay-by. So I was like, fuck, went down into the lay-by, but it was like a downhill into the gravel pit, and as I hit the bike starts doing this. Well, it's fucking stiff as a board, right? The bike has no suspension on it. You just like vibrate your teeth off. So as I'm doing that, the seat comes fully off. I nearly lose the post. I nearly lose the fucking post up my ass, right? So I'm like, fuck, I like jump up, unhook my left foot, and the same thing happens. My right foot gets stuck in, but this time I'm going down. So this time I'm going downhill into gravel when I'm moving, right? I was going quick. So I came off, and then the bike just went, I slid. Yeah.
Oh, the gravel?
Yeah.
Road rash.
I walked home and there's like gravel just falling out of the.
What's it like falling at 250, 60 pounds?
Yeah.
Does it suck? Like, is it like you still rolled off okay, or were you like thud?
Yeah, I'll say this. All 3 times on the way down, I was like, this is it. I'm gonna
tear something. I'm gonna
hurt something. Yeah. I got away with it. So
yeah, you don't look too bad for a guy who's taking that kind of a wipeout.
The third one was pretty aggressive, but yeah.
Paul, what's going on?
No one was around.
Anything new with you, Paul? Other than the fact that you shaved? Yeah, when are you getting your nipple pierced so we can calm everybody down from asking?
Well, I didn't have time today because I had to stop somewhere. But
we're gonna do it. We got to do it on Tuesday or Wednesday. I'm traveling tomorrow.
Oh, that's right.
So tomorrow,
I am off next Tuesday and Wednesday, both days.
So for anybody who is in the New Jersey area, I know that's a massive state, so sorry if that sounds stupid, but Aries Nutrition in Mount Laurel is going to have the Hosstile event Saturday. Me, Ben, Nick, and Justin are going to be there from 11 till 3. And Sunday is the RBP live podcast. Me, Ben, Justin, Nick, Ian, and Guy will be there. Paul was invited, but said he doesn't care about the fans, so he's not coming.
Not true at all, Fouad. I have to work this weekend. I'm working on. I think
Orlando. Working on Orlando. So Paul might be coming. Paul might be coming to Orlando to meet all the Orlando.
I think I'm good for that one.
So basically, you care about Orlando more than New Jersey.
I do like Florida, but it's not the reason.
You shouldn't have favoritism.
Not that I didn't say favorite. I didn't say favorite. I just said I like it. I like New Jersey too. I've only been there once though.
Which one do you like more?
Florida.
He just did. He's supposed to say evenly.
Although Florida July is going to be really hot.
Yeah, it's going to suck.
Yeah, but no, I got to work this weekend again. I can't get out of it.
Yeah, so those 2 events are going on. If you haven't got tickets, go to Aries Nutrition NJ. Here, I'll just bring it up so you guys can see where it is.
Yeah, what city is it?
My bad. It's Mount Laurel, I think, is the city.
Where's Guy live?
I don't know. Okay, so this is the website here. ariesnutritionnj.com, and then you can click on RBP meetup here in the menu, and then you can get tickets 12 to 3 Sunday, and then after the live podcast, because the live podcast is probably going to be 2 hours, so 12 to 2 And then we'll be hanging out for like an hour or two after, taking pictures with whoever wants to take pictures or signing 8x10s or anything like that. Go ahead. No, go ahead.
Are you recording it and you're going to put it on like we did the gas one, or is it just we're going to keep it private? And
I've had a couple of questions about that. I think we're going to record it. I don't know for sure, so I don't want to say for sure, but I think we're going to record it, and then it may be on my YouTube channel or maybe on Aries Nutrition YouTube channel. We're going to figure it out, or on both. We'll figure it out. But
it's definitely be up.
I think so.
We could do a behind doors one and just go raw.
Yeah, I mean, the recording hasn't been discussed, but I don't know what we're going to do about people's iPhones too. Because, you know, like when you go see Dave Chappelle, like they take people's iPhones so that they can't record.
They get those magnetic phone holders, right? That they lock now.
Yeah, I don't know about all that. I know we're going to say, it's not because I don't want people to record it. It's because I know we're going to say some dumb shit and I don't want people taking it out of context. So I'm like, maybe we shouldn't allow anybody to record during, in case we say something politically.
Or we say, oh, hey, like we could do it even at the start. Like say, hey, if you want to take a picture to post, do it now.
But don't record it
then
in case
we're talking away.
About. Yeah.
And so we just actually enjoy what we're doing.
Because
they enjoy watching, you know.
I don't want to be worried about what we're going to say or anything, because, you know, it could go wrong. So
we don't have that. I'll cut this bit out.
Yeah,
luxury.
Exactly. Anyway, so listen, anybody who wants to go, that is this weekend. I leave tomorrow. Ben, we all fly in tomorrow. And me and
Guy can I just train with you? Because I enjoyed what we did last Friday. That was suited me great.
Yeah, of course.
I'm not full force like these boys, but I can do what we did.
Neither am I.
I can do what we did was great. I can live with that.
That's how me and Paul trained.
What'd you guys do?
We did back. We did like 4 exercises, 2 working sets per exercise. We were done. It was good.
It was okay, but it just wasn't like stupid, brutal. It was hard, but it wasn't like I was fucked up. I was sitting in the hotel room that night and my back, because I haven't trained in like a month, my back was just cramping on me.
Yeah. Are you not weight training at all right now, Ben?
No.
He's trying to downsize so he can ride faster.
Yeah, I know.
I'm gonna, once I've done that, I said to Denise, once I get this race out of the way, I'm going to start blending the two again and start training, because I do miss it. Like, don't be wrong. I have this. I'm like, fuck it. I'm going to go all in and do the race as quick as I can. And if I still try to be in the gym, I know that I'm limiting my performance on race day.
Okay. So you don't get the urge to just go in and do like an arm day or something like that, like a pump workout or anything like that?
Nobody wants to train arms anyway.
Well, yeah, unless or whatever your favorite body part is.
Here's my thing. Unless I can push myself, I have no interest. I don't want to go in just to stay active. It's
Paul. Ben's not like us. So me and you, Paul, we train to move around blood, to get a pump and just kind of feel good. We've already transitioned from that like crazy, gotta fucking murder ourselves every day, right?
Yeah.
We do it more for enjoyment and habit and whatever. Ben's still in the I got to make progress every day, or else it's not, else it's not worth it.
Yeah, yeah.
I walked into the kitchen just now because you asked me about my ride this morning, right? And Denise was like, "How'd you get on?" I said, "Look, I took 4 minutes off. My eyes lit up, and I was
it's got to be the price.
I took 4 minutes off. This is great. I can't wait to go out again."
So it's the competition, eh? It's the competition and the progress.
Okay, but wait a minute. So I just have something to say about that. I have the same thing when it comes to running. Like when I run, like today, I ran a full 2 miles without stopping, and I felt good. I'm like, "Okay, this is better." I'm getting back into a rhythm. But I still want to train. The difference is that's what I meant. Yeah, but Ben is so extreme that he's like, if it will make me faster to stop training, then I'm going to stop training.
Yeah, I get that. I don't think that way, but I just find it interesting, to hear how someone does think that way.
I think if the marathon thing was like my thing and I wanted to be really good at it, I would also stop training.
Yeah.
For me, it's kind of it's just more of a, can I do it?
Right.
So I don't really want to stop training, but I think if it was like an actual competition for me, I would probably stop training too, because it's going to make you run faster, it'd be good for
longer. Because it'd be better for you for that other.
Yeah, it's going to be better for him for cycling.
I get that.
I didn't want to stop training. I didn't want to stop bodybuilding. I didn't want to stop competing. It was all kind of like I had to, and going into the gym, Fouad will tell you. So from when I decided I'm not going to compete anymore until I decided to do the race, that time frame, the depression I had was some of the worst I've ever had.
Oh, really?
And yeah, like brutal. Denise was just like, we went through there was probably in total 2 weeks of just hell, like fucking hell, where I was just like, I don't know what I'm doing. I've lost all my identity. And Fouad will relate to this. He's kind of Fouad's a little bit further along.
Yeah.
But as soon as I decided, and I was biking at that point, but I had like a mountain bike and I was just trying to keep fit. When I decided, fuck it, I'm going to buy a road bike and enter a road race, I woke up every morning excited to do something.
Yeah. So you're that kind of person that you just need that goal.
I had to find something to obsess with.
Yeah.
We talked about this on a previous podcast. I don't know if you guys were on it. I talked about it with Guy. I know Guy and Ian were on it. I think Nick, or maybe it was Justin. I don't know. Anyway, I remember talking about how what retirement has taught me and starting to do this marathon thing has taught me is I think I'm more in love with competition than I am in love with, well, I can't say that. I love bodybuilding, but part of bodybuilding is the competition of it, and not competition against other guys. It's just my own self competition. Like how big can I get? How strong can I get?
So the progress.
The progress. Okay. The progress. Like I fell in love with the progress of bodybuilding because when I started, part of the reason, like people ask, like, so, but it's funny. People ask what motivates you, and I said something a while back, and I've noticed a lot of other people saying it. And I'm not saying I'm the first one to say it, but I said something a while back that there's no such thing as motivation. There's only discipline. That's not actually true. I got a lot of self-motivation out of seeing progress. So when I started bodybuilding and I was like 190 fucking pounds, every time I would bench and I started out 1 plate, then I was doing 1.25 plates, then I was doing 2 plates.
Yeah.
That motivated me to keep going. Every time my weight went up to 205, 210, 220, that motivated me to keep wanting to do more. So it's that instant gratification and super small goals that keep you wanting more. And the problem I think kids have now, and not to say kids like I'm an old guy, but the problem beginners have now is they're not making those small goals. They see a guy on Instagram and they're like, they think of the final goal and then it's too hard to get there and they quit.
Yeah.
Or they think there's some special thing. For me, it was all those little goals. Oh, I'm 200 pounds now. Oh, I broke 210. Oh, I broke 220. And those eventually turned into 300 pounds.
Right.
But it was that instant gratification that kept me motivated and kept my discipline high. And I think it's the same thing with running. I started running 3 minutes and I would gas out. Then I ran 5 minutes one day. I'm like, oh, I ran 5 fucking minutes.
Right.
Then I ran 10 minutes one day. I'm like, holy shit, that pizza I ate last night allowed me to run 10 minutes, which wasn't really the pizza, but I made it feel like it was. Then one day I ran a full mile without stopping. I was like, oh, so it's the same thing. You get motivation from, not from exterior sources. You get motivation from within.
Yeah. I understand that.
That's the strongest motivation. And I think for people like me and Ben, it's that inner competition that makes you want to do more. You
guys are on the extreme end of that.
Ben is further extreme. Ben is further extreme.
And I get that. I just wonder, but you probably like to still get, that maybe a little different for you because you're more like you train progressive overload, where Fouad and I think, even though we train somewhat that way, was like we like getting a pump on certain body parts too.
I think I would have an easier time if I was more of a volume guy in my younger days. I think I would be okay with it a little more. But going in and actively like losing strength, notice like week on week, like fuck.
Yeah.
Like my strength, a lot of my strength is tied into my body weight. Like I know when I'm heavy, I'm fucking like I can squat and deadlift like 7 plates, like it's nothing.
Right.
And then going down, I'm like, what am I doing? I don't want to enjoy. I'm not enjoying this right now.
So it doesn't feel good for you to squat 2 or 3 plates for 10 reps, 4 sets of that. You got to
but wait a minute. But wait a minute. I don't want to give people the wrong idea. That was no easier for me, Ben. It's just something that I had to tell myself was a fact. Like I used to squat 5 plates for fucking 8 to 10. I can't do that anymore. I can't even do 4 plates now. So that's still hard to cope with. I just had to tell myself there's no choice.
Yeah.
So it's not that it's any easier I think it's a little easier because I still enjoy feeling a pump, but it still sucks because you know what you used to be able to do and what you're doing.
Right. And I'm not discrediting that at all. I think for me personally, I would have had an easier time in my own experience if I'd have been less about
I agree.
But like talking about the depression side of things, just to touch on that, because it is, I do think, and I'm not trying to like pat myself on the back here or anything, it was really fucking bad to the point where I was in tears in front of my wife, like several times, like sitting on the bedroom floor, just like a lost little boy. And I'm pretty, well-rounded. Like I feel like I've got my feet on the ground and I have a good life and things. But fuck, man, I'm a bodybuilder in here, you know, like that's.
Yeah.
I don't think people really understand. I mean, Paul had a tough time. I went through this back in November, Paul, October.
When you fully retired?
Yeah.
Like wrapped your head around never competing again?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was sometime late last year.
I would get in the car, we'd be on the way to the gym talking, and I don't think Paul could actually grasp, because we were talking about how fucking depressed I was or fucked up I felt. And I don't know if you could really grasp at the time what I was feeling, because you'd ask all these questions like, what is it? Why do you feel bad? I think ultimately the way to explain it is you're being forced to live a different life. Like you're used to living this certain life. Like Ben lived it for 10 years or more. I lived it for 20 fucking years. So you get really used to this habit and this way of living and this food system and this training and all of a sudden somebody comes along and says, hey, you can't do that anymore.
Yeah. So you don't know what to do anymore, probably.
So you kind of lose your identity. You lose your way of life. You lose your passion.
Yeah.
You're like, fuck, now I got to find, all of a sudden it's like, why am I waking up in the morning?
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. So you got to find a new reason to get out of bed every day.
Because I would wake up and be like, okay, I got to get my meal in. I got to go do cardio. Today's time to train. I got to put on some weight, or I got to get cut for a show, or you always have a goal to chase, right?
You know, I wonder if and maybe this is probably what helped you transition to where you're at now too. Like for me, maybe a little bit was staying involved in the sport as a judge and then later as a promoter. So I never left the sport. I'm still involved heavily in the sport, just not, in that respect. And you own a supplement company now, you promote and stuff too. So we never left the sport,
I found that harder actually.
Yeah.
Well, I have both sides of it, because I remember it was my brother that kept me going, which is ironic because he's the one who wanted me to quit when I was 25. When I wanted to do what Ben talked about. When I was going to retire a couple of years ago, I said to myself, I think it's just like 2019 before we started Hosstile. I said to myself, or before I even started the podcast, I said, you know what? If I'm done with bodybuilding, I don't want to be part of anything. I'm just going to disappear. Sometimes you see a bodybuilder and they're just gone. You're like, what happened to that guy?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. I was going to be that guy. I was going to be like, I'm just going to go. I'm going to do like real estate or something. I'm never going to be involved. I'm not going to be on any muscle forums. I'm just going to I'm gone. And it was my brother who was like, man, it would be a shame to throw away 20 years.
Well,
so I started.
It was your passion too.
Yeah. So I started a podcast, and you're right. I kind of lived through the guys on a podcast by talking to them, being involved.
You're still traveling as part of the sport,
And then starting the supplement company after the podcast, I was like, okay, I can sign athletes. I can help them along. I can provide them with a reason. And then that gives me a sense of satisfaction.
Right.
So you're right. It does help, but it's never, ever the same.
Well, yeah. I mean, like you and Ben are, you're at a different level than Roman. You guys, I never reach your guys' level, but
like when
I was the same level you, Paul.
Yeah.
Well, I know, but your training though was much more focused than mine was. I think I was focused, but not like you were. I don't know.
I don't know if people it's the same thing as people say, like, I talked about this recently with, the guys on Telegram. We were talking about having time in the day and how much stuff we do now versus how much stuff we did when we were full-time bodybuilding. And Roman, I don't know if you can attest to this, but when I'm full-time bodybuilding, it's not like you have anything to do, but your entire day and mentality and mindset is focused around, when is my workout? What is my food I got to get in before I train? What do I got to eat after I train? How much rest am I going to get? Even though you have hours in the day to do stuff, it's almost feels like you don't.
And Roman's got a bang as well in there as well.
And Roman's got a fit sex.
I train twice a day.
He's doing 2 workouts and sex. Roman's fine.
And sex.
No, but Roman, do you know what I mean? Like, Roman, can you express that maybe a little bit? Like how it doesn't feel like you have time, even though you have all the time in the world.
When I was in the hospital after the second hip surgery, I had to stay for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And I was lying in bed, and it was the same situation. Think about it. The only thing that's removed from my day is about 2 hours, maybe, of actual training time. And I'm in my fucking hospital room, and it was the worst 2 weeks of my life.
Yeah.
I was, on top of that, I had the exact same feeling that you guys talked about that I wasn't sure if I wasn't even sure if I was going to walk without a limp.
Yeah.
Let alone
Get back in the gym.
deadlifting,
Yeah.
or walking on a treadmill or something like that.
Yeah.
So I'm in there locked up because I can't leave because of COVID. Yeah, for 2 weeks. The only thing I got is walking with my crutches like down the hall, get a Diet Coke maybe from the vending machine, and then walk back. So, and that was brutal. And I was totally in limbo. I don't even know where I'm going with this. But it was awful. And it was just like Ben explained, I was helpless. There were times when I was finally able to shower again. You know, when you're in the shower by yourself, the water drains off you, and all of a sudden you get it like emotional. I had the first time I showered, I had a breakdown. I was standing in the shower crying. My leg was fucked up. I was crying in there. I think I was in there for like 45 minutes, just crying.
Yeah.
Thankfully, I was by myself, so no one could see it. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then it was awful in there for 2 weeks.
But it's not. I just want to express to people. I think people think like, oh, what's the big deal? You'll do, like, people say to me like, well, you're not bodybuilding anymore, but you have a podcast, you have a company, and I'm like, it's different.
Exactly.
There's something different about. It's like bodybuilding is a singular thing. It's like your entire world is like so focused on this minuscule thing, and then somebody just takes it out from under you, and you're like, now what? Now I don't have this. I don't have this thing that's my own. I have to share the podcast, share the company, share the responsibilities. Bodybuilding is just such a singular endeavor that, like, I don't know if there's anything else that compares the same.
I tell you what, when I was bodybuilding, everything made sense. All my decisions made sense. So my meals, I didn't ever have to, like, when I stopped, I was like, well, I can eat anything I want now. And everything went to chaos. I was like, what the fuck am I supposed to do with this? Like,
we talked about that day. Remember we talked about that day one day, Ben. We were like, what do normal people eat?
Yeah, me and you did too.
Me and you talked about that too, Paul.
Yeah. I'm still doing a meal and being like, okay, 50 grams of protein first, and then I'm like, wait, what? No.
When I was still competing, I used to think that. I'd be like, when normal people sit down to eat, what do they think?
Yeah,
like do they think of a protein, a carb source, or they just
remember we talked about that, Paul, where like when people get up for breakfast, they have a muffin and a coffee.
Yeah, right.
And we're like, wait a minute.
We've been thinking that's 40 grams of carbs. I need to have 40 grams of protein now too.
They have like just a bowl of cereal and start their day. I'm like, what?
Yeah.
You're
like,
doing
how's that possible?
I'd be at work and someone will go upstairs for lunch and they get a bag of chips out of the vending machine. That's for lunch.
That's their lunch. Yeah.
There's no nutritional value in that.
I know, it's crazy. It's fucking nuts.
Yeah.
But we are never gonna get rid of that. Like to the day we die, it's always gonna be, oh man, this is about 50 grams of protein. I got
even this morning.
Roman, even this morning. I taught my daughters that a little bit.
Have you? Your daughters?
My oldest one. My oldest one.
She knows the macros a little bit.
Well, she just knows to have a protein with a carb.
Oh, so okay, well, that's a good start.
Yeah. So
this morning I had breakfast and I've been having like more wraps just because they're easy to eat. I just like sandwiches. So I did like 2 eggs, 1 slice of cheese, in a whole wheat wrap. But I still know the macros of all of it. It's like I can't have the fucking. I'm like, I had a little bit of protein, a little bit of fat.
Do you still weigh your food?
30 grams of carbs from. No, I've been doing a lot of chicken and rice, but I've been just kind of eyeballing it.
Yeah.
Because I'm eating less meals. So I just want to make sure I'm full from the food. I mean, I should be weighing it, but
I still measure my carbs just because it's easy for me to scoop the rice out of the bowl using the cup measure.
Listen, to be honest with you, at this point, I'm just happy I'm not binge eating anymore.
Yeah.
I'm focused on that right now.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to, listen how fucked up it is. I stopped eating shit for 4 days. I've already lost 8 pounds.
Really? That was 8 pounds of shit.
this how fucked up it was. We went to Wisconsin for 3 days. I put on 12 pounds. I trained one time. We ate out. The rest of the time I put on 12 fucking pounds. I came back at 270. I'm like, what the fuck? I got on the bike on the Monday, and I was like,
I was so proud. I was so proud of Justin. I made him pig out. I was like, "Can I have some pancakes?"
oh, he lost weight.
Did he lose weight?
Yeah.
Did you guys eat at restaurants every meal?
Well, we had sushi Friday night, and we had Denny's.
Denny's
Saturday morning.
Nice.
It was horrible. We had our
wait.
waitress-
We went and did cardio first, and then
We did
breakfast
cardio.
was
Well,
like,
me and you did
it was like
cardio.
11. It was like
Yeah.
11:30 by this point.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
not breakfast.
Well, we got there for breakfast anyway,
Yeah, yeah,
and
yeah.
our waitress was high as fuck, and I think she was hitting on Justin.
Really?
No, I thought she was going to start a fight with him. She went, "Why did you?" He said to her, "We're in a rush, so can you
Hurry
be
up."
quick about it?" She,
Yeah.
she goes, "Why are you in a rush?" She's, "Oh, my wife's having a kid."
She just made it. He's just being an idiot.
She goes, "Is it a boy or a girl?" And he went, "We're gonna let the baby decide." And she was so high, she didn't get it right. Anyway, about 5 minutes later, she came back around and said, "How's your wife doing?" He went, "Oh no, I was just joking." And she was like, she couldn't understand so she went, That's awkward." And he was like, "You're right. This is This is awkward. Like, go fuck away." And it was I thought she was going to start spitting in our food, but she was a full-on crackhead.
She was.
Oh, really?
fucked up. Yeah, she was high.
And
as
like
fuck.
outside our hotel room, there were outside the hotel in the parking lot, there were used insulin needles all over the place.
Oh shit.
This
we're
is
in
not
a-
my fault. Okay, don't. This is
I
not.
was gonna say, where'd your boss book your rooms
Listen,
at?
this is not Hostile's fault. Ben's wife does the book. She works for. She doesn't work for us. She helps us now.
Yeah.
So she was booking all the flights and hotels, and she's a thriftier individual. So originally she had us booked. She had Justin and Ben booked in the same room.
Wait.
I
You
was
know what the funny?
I was
you
like,
know what the funny thing is?
I was like, Denise, I know you're trying to help us, but the guys need to have their
Yeah.
own rooms.
So throughout our whole relationship, she's booked a hotel one time. I don't let her book it anymore. I take over. I don't let. No, that's not a joke.
I know.
I book everything that we do because I'm a hotel snob. I'm like, fuck that. We're staying we
I'm
were
the
staying
same way.
somewhere one time. Yeah, I'm like,
Yeah.
she'd put us in a like a holiday, not like a motel for.
It was a comfort inn.
Oh, like a rent by the hour place?
$7 an hour.
Yeah.
Yeah.
$49 daily special.
No, she puts us in the comfort inn. It didn't look that bad when we pulled up, but then every time we went into the parking lot, there was like fucking insulin needles everywhere from all the
Really?
crackheads.
Wait, what do you mean it wasn't that bad when we pulled up? When we pulled up, there was a fucking police car.
That's
That
true.
woman,
There was a what?
the woman had like, there was some drug addict had taken a car, run it off the road.
It was on
in
like the side of this
handcuffs.
hill, like tilted. Yeah.
Really?
There were two like sheriff patrol cars, and they had her in cuffs in the car.
In the back of their car. Yeah.
We went and checked in. When we came out, she was walking into the fucking hotel like nothing had happened.
They had let her go.
Really? Oh, wow. That's your
Whatever.
release.
Thanks, Denise, for saving Hostile some
Yeah.
money. Okay, I'm back after technical difficulties, and Paul is going to run the end of the show. Go ahead.
Oh, you still want me to do it?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm trying to decide if I'm going to get a new car or not.
Okay.
What car?
Well, right now I got a Ford Explorer, in 2017. It's starting already though. It's starting the paint is starting to bubble along the lip of the hood.
Well, it's 5 years old.
I know, but that shouldn't happen already, Fouad. I don't think. Not 5 years.
5 years is a long time for cars nowadays.
It's funny though, when we brought it to that shop, you and I, a couple weeks ago, the guy knew what kind of car it was before I even told him what kind of car it was.
Yeah,
When I
you're like, I
mentioned-
got bubbling on the hood. He's like, it's a Ford Explorer.
Yeah, yeah. It must be really common. So, and it makes this squeak sound that nobody can figure out. So I want to get rid of it now. So I'm thinking about maybe getting a new Ford Explorer.
I think you should do it. You're not going to get more money for a used car
Than right now.
than you would right now because the
Right.
used car sales are so high.
Do you think I should paint that?
MSRP on new cars, as long as they're not rare cars, is still the same.
Do you think I should paint the hood before I try to trade it in, or it doesn't matter?
No, I think you should go see what the trade-in value is and then decide.
Yeah.
When they give you a
trade.
trade-in value, say, hey, if I paint this fucking hood, how much more are you going to give me?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So I figure 25 as is maybe.
I would go in there and say, this is what I want. And then just, if they're like, no, your hood's fucked up, say, okay, well, if I paint the hood, are you going to give me that amount?
Yeah. Okay. I might stop at one tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's what's new with me right now.
All right. Well, when you do a show though, but you're not supposed to talk about yourself as much.
That's true. So
So now you should ask Fouad about him because he has not asked anything.
okay.
But
Yeah.
what you should do, like when you're running a show, you shouldn't be like, so this is what's going on in my life. And then the other three guys sit around and are like, okay, cool.
Well, I'll wait for some input. If anyone has a Fouad froze again.
No, you froze. Or is it me?
No,
I'm frozen.
It's you. You froze.
Fouad's frozen.
We
I
can
can hear
hear
you.
you.
I can hear you guys though. So go ahead.
I was hoping for some input though. What you guys thought? You know, maybe I should get a different car or something.
I already told you should do it a long time ago.
Yeah, but what kind of car? You think I should stick with Explorer?
Yeah, you need a family. I mean, if you want to spend the money on a bigger SUV, I would get a bigger SUV like a Yukon or an Expedition.
Gas prices now.
I'm doing.
Gas,
doing a
but
full
no,
range.
but the Lincoln Navigator is like a 6-cylinder, so it's gas isn't that bad on it.
Navigator's a 6-cylinder?
It's a turbo six, and the Yukon now comes in I believe the Yukon or a Tahoe comes in a diesel.
Oh, diesel I would consider.
Not that diesel prices are up anyways, but it's still
But-
it'll last you longer.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
And they retain their value.
Sorry, Ben.
Sorry. I was gonna say we're looking at finally Denise came around to the Range Rover idea, the full size.
Oh,
That's a nice
oh yeah.
car.
That's what
Yeah,
you're getting. What do you got right now?
I would get a Denali if I were you, Ben. A big ass fucking SUV. Yeah.
I like the Range Rovers. I like them.
I know, but it's really functional with 2 kids, and you're gonna be riding a bike and shit. You throw your bike in the back, like it's.
Well, we've still got the F-150.
Oh, that's true.
Oh,
That's
okay.
true, yeah. I mean, the
Yeah.
full size range you cannot go wrong with, but I think functionality wise, you can't go wrong with an Expedition, like a full size fucking SUV. Can't beat it.
What's gas
So
prices out there?
Yeah, they're high.
They're
Yeah,
crazy
they're
too.
high everywhere. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was thinking about doing the full Range Rover. Mainly Denise will drive that, but then I was thinking about getting a slingshot.
Ah,
That's fun.
yeah.
It's fun. I mean, useless in the wintertime, but fun.
Yeah.
It's mostly summer here, so
Yeah. Yeah, I would do that.
because the Phoenix have a blast in that because I can't take him on a bike.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
He would.
That's a
he
good
would love
idea.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are
I
you
want to
allowed
start
to put
riding that.
Phoenix in there? You're gonna have to put a fucking baby seat.
Not right now. I'm talking like when he's maybe like 3 or 4. Like,
A couple of years, yes.
yeah.
I would get a bike now, and when he's old enough, get a fucking slingshot.
Yeah.
Does Slingshot
Yeah.
have like a 2-seater or is it what is
Yeah,
it?
yeah. It's 3 wheels, 2 seats.
The
Yeah.
two wheels in the back, right?
No, 2 wheels in the
No,
front.
one at the back.
Oh.
Yeah, 2 at the front, one at
It's
the back.
like it's the same thing as a Riker, but it's got 2 seats.
What's
Yeah.
the difference between it and a Riker?
Riker's
Get out, get out.
Riker's 1 seat. Yeah, I'll bring it
Screen
up. Sorry. Yeah. Paul, how come you're not following this along? It's 3
Oh,
wheels.
you can get a Riker with 2 seats though.
It's a side by
It's 2
side.
seats side by
Side
side.
by side. Let me see what it looks like.
Jesus Christ.
It looks like a go-kart.
Does it?
Paul, you're
No,
killing
you-
me.
Or like a dune buggy. You know,
You know
like
how many
those dune
times we've been over
buggies?
this, Paul?
I never saw it. Well,
No.
wait.
You know how many
Yeah.
times we've been over this?
Well, hang on to it. Can you ride those? Like you can ride those on the road and everything?
Yeah, they're road legal. Yeah.
I've never seen one.
Yeah, they're made road legal. They're not made.
Really?
You don't convert them. They're ready to go. Yeah.
Have you ever seen one around here, Fouad?
Yes.
Fred's so frustrated. Look at his face.
I haven't seen one around here. You haven't pointed one out to me.
We literally saw one on the way home from the gym like 2 weeks ago.
I wasn't with you, I don't think.
So
Hey,
me and
what's up
Paul,
with the
me and
screen share?
Paul have had this conversation 3 times, at least. Because
I wasn't with you though.
Yes, because Bassam, my brother, wants to get one, and you've asked all these questions to Bassam and to me.
This is what happens when you're high. Paul, when you smoke that much weed,
You
this
forget.
is what happens.
I remember asking Bassam, but I don't remember seeing one on the road.
Okay, well here we go, Paul. Let's get this over with. Oh, finally.
Oh yeah, I've seen those.
I knew I was gonna fucking happen. Roman, do they have these in Germany?
No, I've never seen one. Looks like a Batmobile.
It does, yeah.
It's pretty cool.
They're good fun.
Yeah, I would buy that. This one got 4
Yeah,
wheels?
so that's what I'm thinking. Oh yeah, full
There's a
conversion.
4-wheel?
No, this is 3.
Oh.
So that's what I'm thinking about getting one of those and then getting the range and then keeping the full F-150.
Yeah, that's sweet.
Yeah.
Because even Denise and I have a blast in that. You know?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So Paul, you're running the show here. It's not going very well.
What else you want to talk about?
This Just fuck it. Let's go.
I'm out of material, Fouad.
You've got questions.
Paul told us about his car, and he's out of material already. All right, let's do a couple questions. Okay.
I need a
Roman, are you ready?
Yes.
Could any of you eat? No. They're all rate my physiques. Favorite seasonings and condiments. Roman, favorite seasoning and condiment.
Favorite? Wait a second. I got
the bolognese spice.
Yeah, that one is good. That one is good for the rice, of course. I still have to make a video about that. I forgot.
You should. It's going to be disgusting. No one's going to do it.
No,
bolognese spice.
They're all going to love it.
So Roman uses like bolognese powder to make sauce, but they use to make sauce. But he uses the bolognese spice in the packet.
Yeah,
and he puts it on his rice.
No, Fouad, that's wrong. Listen,
that's what you said.
That's how it. No, you take the bolognese powder.
Yeah.
Wait a second. I gotta get it.
Okay.
Are you talking like bolognese, like pasta sauce?
Yeah, like it's a
Bolognese,
pasta sauce. It's the pasta sauce spice.
I didn't know you could get that.
In Germany, apparently you can. Maybe you can here too. I don't know. I've never thought of getting it because it sounds gross.
Well, what's yours, son?
Mine? My favorite. I don't really have one. It's just like I use salt, pepper, and garlic powder on everything. A little bit of garlic powder, not a lot. That's the bolognese.
This is the powder.
Right.
Yeah. And what I do is when I cook my rice, I put this with the rice and the water into the rice cooker.
Okay.
And then I cook it. And then it comes out, the rice comes out all the way like covered in this stuff. So it's red rice that comes out.
Yeah.
And even better, sometimes I mix 50% rice and 50% pasta.
That is the gross. That's gross. That's gross, by the way. That's
like
that's like I can fuck with that.
No, that's
like little noodles.
No, he puts noodles and rice in the same fucking.
But like small noodles, probably, right?
Yeah, maybe the bow ties or the
ones. It's just noodles, man. It's just noodles.
So not spaghetti.
But
he puts the noodles in the
rice, I get it, Fouad. I get
the rice cooker, and he cooks them all together.
I would do that.
No,
I'd mix it too before.
You're just, you know what? You're just trying to agree with me.
I'm not.
I've been your friend.
In a pinch. I'm not saying
I've been your friend for 20 fucking years. I've never seen you do that.
Let me clarify. I've done it in the past when I've only got a little bit of rice and a little bit of
when
pasta.
No one was around.
No, I don't know who's around. That's not an important part of the story.
That's such a liar.
I'm serious. I brought it for lunch before.
How many times have you eaten rice and pasta to get mixed together?
How many times? A handful of times at best.
Like twice.
But I've done it as well. I said. Okay.
Well, I would go to like.
You're my favorite person. I love you, Paul.
I'm not just saying I do it because Roman does it.
I'm positive you are.
That's what you're saying. I'm not just saying.
No, I guarantee you've done it too. Like you go to like an all-inclusive hotel and you got the buffet.
Yeah.
I would get a plate and I'd be like, oh, there's some rice, there's some pasta, there's some potato. I'd mix
not
it.
The same thing.
Fucking amazing.
That's totally not the same thing.
I understand he's cooking. I know he's cooking
rice
together.
And pasta in the rice cooker.
Yeah.
I understand, but what's the difference between
because the pasta is going to be mush.
No, it comes out perfect.
No.
I gotta make a video.
Do it. I gotta see it.
And you're gonna show it on the podcast.
Okay, I will.
Yes. Okay.
Not the whole fucking video. We'll watch the.
Of course not. Of course not. Just the beginning.
The whole 20 minutes that takes to cook.
Yeah. I want to see the final result. I want to see how mushy it is. If it's not mushy, I will do it. But it sounds like it's all going to be mushed together into like a clump of shit.
Yes, that's how it's supposed to be.
Yeah, see, that's disgusting. I don't want to eat a clump of rice and pasta all in like just a mash of like.
You don't know what you're talking about. You don't know it yet. You don't know yet what you want.
Fouad, it's no different to what you were talking about at the weekend. You were talking to that. I think she's from Lebanon. You were talking about how you used to get different meat and shove and stuff it with the same meat, but it was raw.
No,
it's the same
now
thing.
you're talking about a delicacy. Let's not go there. That's different.
Romans is a delicacy.
No.
It's a carb,
No, Roman's a bad cook.
Delicacy.
No. Eating rice.
Mac and cheese is also mushed together.
No, it's still got a little bit of consistency. It's not just mush. Like if you overcook it, it is. But that's gross. You don't overcook mac and cheese and make it like into a ball of pasta. You leave it so it's like kind of like, you can get a scoop of each noodle. You don't want to fucking overcook it so much that's just a big plate of.
Oh, that's funny.
It's not. You gotta have. All right. So Roman bolognese condiment. What's your favorite sauce? That's your spice. What's your favorite? That's your favorite spice. What's your favorite condiment?
Oh, I've got the ketchup, obviously. Some mustard. I just finished this glass of mustard here.
Is it like spicy
Dijon
bougie mustard, or is it like
brown
premium?
It
like Dijon?
French mustard à la Sienne, something like that. The ingredients are water, mustard kernels, vinegar, salt.
All right, ketchup, mustard. We got it.
That's it.
Paul, what's your?
Hey, come on. You want details? Here's the details.
Paul, what's your favorite spice?
Depends on what I'm eating. Chicken, I like hot sauce or mustard sometimes. Beef, I like ketchup or barbecue sauce. Sometimes hot sauce.
Ketchup?
With like ground beef and rice.
Ground beef on rice, yeah, okay,
Yeah.
but not
Or
on
hot
steak.
sauce.
Not on a steak.
No, I like it.
Yeah, I've had it on steak before too.
Good.
Steak and ketchup.
Yeah.
What's wrong with you?
With fries, steak and fries, and
It's like a burger.
Well, you put the ketchup on the fries. You don't put it on the steak.
No, I put it on the steak too. Fuck
You
yeah.
put ketchup on a steak?
Yes.
You put it on or you dip it.
How could you ruin a steak by putting ketchup on it? You take a nice cut of meat, amazing steak, and you put ketchup on it?
Not every time, but
Let me guess, Paul. You agree with him?
Let me say
gotta
something.
say-
I
I gotta
wouldn't do
say
that. Not to a good
would do the
steak.
Same thing.
For a
Yeah,
chicken
okay.
steak,
If I'm in a restaurant and they serve filet, then no.
right. But if I'm at home making a fast fry or something, like an
If I
inside
make
round
a-
fast
We're not
fry.
talking
make
about a
a-
fast fry. Didn't we say fast fry?
If I make a nice ribeye,
Yeah, notice
if I make a nice ribeye, then
That's not true.
You're such an agreeable person that you will
Why
say
would you-
anything just to agree.
I'm being totally honest with it. A shitty steak I'll have with ketchup. A good steak I'll have either by itself or with barbecue sauce.
Fast fry is not a fucking. It's not. What we're talking about. We're talking about a steak, like in New York.
right. So
You go get it in New York?
No,
Yeah.
I would not have ketchup with that.
Okay, thank you.
I would have a. I
Okay,
would have
well,
ketchup.
but a fast fry is still a steak, Fouad.
I would have ketchup.
When
on
I
that
said steak,
anyway.
did you think fast fry? You didn't you? You just trying to be agreeable. So you're like, well, if it's a fast fry, I'd use ketchup.
No, but I have had. Okay, no, but I was thinking like a big.
When I
juicy steak.
originally said steak,
Yeah, I was
Did
thinking
you-
a big steak.
that's right.
But then when I thought about it a little bit longer,
When you tried to be agreeable, you were like, well, if it's fast fry, I'll
no,
do
because
it.
I remember when I used to buy fast fry steaks, I would have them with ketchup. Anyway,
Roman, would you do it?
Yes, I'm totally with you.
Yes.
So you guys I don't give a fuck. You guys are all fucked. Nobody puts ketchup on a good steak.
Yes.
Fast
we do.
fry,
You
fast
don't.
fry is not a good steak. That's
I'm not.
like,
Okay, forget fast fry. I'm talking like a New York strip, a ribeye, a fillet.
yeah.
I put
no,
ketchup on it.
fuck
I would have
way.
barbecue over barbecue sauce.
Dude.
I hate
And
bar-
if
I
you
hate
went,
barbecue
if you went
sauce.
to a nice restaurant and got any cut of steak and put ketchup on it, the waiter is going to the back to laugh at you.
the way
with
they
rest
the
of
way
the
they can
people.
kiss the way they can kiss my
That's
ass.
fine. I'm
paying
telling
the
you,
check.
that is not normal.
I'm paying the fucking check. I'll eat the food however the fuck I want it.
You're right. You're paying for it, so you can put diarrhea on it and eat it if you want. That doesn't mean that's what's supposed to be on it. It's like, you could dip it in Cheese Whiz. I don't care. That's not the point. A good steak is not supposed to have ketchup on it. That's all I'm saying. There's a proper way to eat things.
You get give me ketchup on
It's your
eggs.
opinion. It's
No,
just an
there's a
opinion.
proper way to eat things, and then there's the way
Why?
that you're allowed
Why?
to.
But why?
Because food has a certain way it's supposed to be cooked. Like a
And if I
burrito.
prefer it a certain,
Like a burrito is made a certain way. Like a fucking
Who made these
macaroni and
ru- who made
cheese is
these-
made a certain way. Like steak is made a certain way.
rules?
Well, food is passed down from generation to generation.
So you're just accepting what you're told.
I'm accepting the way food is made. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't need to recreate the way food is made just because I think ketchup shit. It's not even good. It ruins it.
I prefer it. I don't want to
I know. I'm not saying you can't prefer. I'm saying it's not normal. Okay,
Well,
I'd like you to comment.
three.
Anybody comment below if you think going to a nice steakhouse and putting ketchup on your steak is normal.
Hey, let me ask you, Fouad, do you put ketchup on eggs?
And here's the thing.
Ketchup on eggs is delicious.
Yeah.
And here's the thing. Those people that are commenting, if you were to have the same steak at home, would you act differently just because you're in a fucking fancy restaurant?
No, I still wouldn't. When I buy
some people would though. Some people are like, oh, I don't want the waiter to think I'm being like. Really
no, that's not why. Okay, I use that as an example, not because I care what the waiter thinks, just because there's a way to eat steak. Like when I go to Costco and I spend $50 on like 3 New Yorks, right? And they're nice thick cuts of steak, and I come home and I barbecue them, and they're fucking medium rare. I don't put ketchup on them. It's like ruins it.
Oh, you're missing out.
No, I'm not.
I wouldn't do that either.
But wait,
I don't even put barbecue sauce in. I want to taste the meat.
Well,
I like barbecue sauce.
Shit. Anyway, but okay. So let me ask you this: if you ate something, that was a odd pairing, but you preferred it, and then you paid $50. So like, if I go and pay $50 for a nice like.
No, listen, I would do it if you like it. If you like it, that's fine. But you can't tell me it's normal.
I know more people that do it than don't.
You know more people that put ketchup on their steak?
Oh, yeah, I think so.
I need to do a poll because
it's not odd to me. Maybe I'm being crazy because to me it's not odd. The fact your reaction is making me go, "What the fuck?" Like,
let's do an Instagram poll.
I'm gonna after this. I'm gonna
literally put up my stories now.
Don't put like whose side is what. Just put. Is it normal to put ketchup?
You can hear me record.
Yeah. No. Oh, you're gonna record it.
Oh.
Well, they can't hear you. Okay, we have a poll we're running. Fouad, Roman, Paul, myself, we're having a debate on whether you should or should not put ketchup on a steak, unless a good quality cut of steak. So I'm no opinions. You're not going to know who's voting what, but vote here. Ketchup on a steak, yes or no? You happy with that?
Yeah, make it a poll.
That's on. I know. I'm going to put the poll now.
Hey, Fouad, there's a condiment that I like that I forgot to mention. Salsa.
Oh, salsa's good.
Oh yeah,
salsa's really good with chicken and rice.
There's a good salsa that Costco makes that's like organic. They have to leave in the fridge. It's not like doesn't have all the preservatives and shit.
Oh, really?
That one's really good.
Yeah. Oh, I think I know. Back by the produce section.
Yeah, it's like it's in the fridge because it doesn't have all the shit in it that you get in like the regular salsas.
Yeah, I bought that one before. Yeah, I like salsa with chicken and rice.
You know why I like that one too? You can actually see like all the bits of vegetable and cilantro and everything that they've cut up.
Yeah, so it's probably good for you too.
Well, yeah, I mean, I think I've read the nutrition facts. There's nothing bad in it. Because if you look at the nutrition facts on the ones they have on the shelf, there's like a lot of sugar and shit in them.
A lot of preservative too.
Yeah, a lot of preservatives. And the one that's in the back that's organic, it's like in the fridge section, doesn't have any of that shit in it.
You can make your own pretty easy too, but I never will.
I think that's what that is. It's just processed tomatoes, onions. Yeah, they
make it there in the store probably.
I don't think they make it in the store, but it's like if you read the ingredients, there's no extra shit in it. It's just the actual vegetables.
Oh, hey, I'm sorry, but I gotta go. I gotta go pick up the kids from school.
Yeah, we're way over anyways. Me and Ben had to get a fight in though for the steak. We had one fight per podcast.
Okay, wait. If I win,
you don't win anything.
What do you got to do?
No.
You got to pierce your nipples.
If they say wait,
Fouad does.
I'll piss them. I don't care about that. That's not.
No, Fouad's got to pierce his.
Oh, fuck you.
Okay,
Paul.
wait. Here's the deal. Yeah. If they vote me right and Roman right and Paul right, you have to eat a steak this weekend.
Paul said, wait, by my defense, Paul said he doesn't put steak on it.
Not on a good cut.
Ketchup. Yeah.
Whatever. This weekend, you've got to have a ketchup and put steak on it, all over it.
I gotta have ketchup and put steak on it. All right.
Yeah.
And then if I lose, I don't know what I got to eat.
You gotta eat steak with no ketchup. That's a fucking shit.
I'm okay with that. I'm gonna be right.
I don't think so. All right, Paul, go.
Okay, I'll talk to you guys
everybody,
later.
We will talk soon. Love you guys.
Bye. See you guys.
Bye. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe, share with your friends, and like the video. And if you get a chance, check out the description for all the different links to all the different places you can find Hosstile and myself. And lastly, check out hosstile.com for our new line of supplements and all of our apparel and gear. Thanks again for watching.